Madden series that I'm going to be doing on my channel. We are going to be doing all 32 teams, 5-year rebuilds, realistic style. So the rules will be, if I have a 90+ player, I can trade them on my own. If not, if I'm just trading anyone, I have to use the trade block. I can trade, but I have to use the trade block for players that I'm not trading 90 overalls for. If I'm doing that, then if there's some comments down below that kind of needs it a little bit more straightened out, I just tried doing it as fast as possible so we can get right into the series. First, we're going to have Brian Urlacher be the head coach of the Chicago Bears, and we're going to start real life rosters, and we're going to go all the way up to the most recent week, the wild card playoff week, and we're going to start our rebuild.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
So for teams like the Bengals and all them, we're just going to go try and win rings, right? That is the, of course, solution there. But teams like the Bears are definite rebuilds. The Broncos, the Browns, I can even turn around into a rebuild for fun. Could do a non-Tom Brady Buccaneers. Like, we have so many options, and it's going to be so much fun. But we start out with the Chicago Bears, who need a real leader.
Or change your role to a player or owner.
He's a staff builder. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Yep, we're perfect. There we go, Mr. Brian Urlacher after the NFL. Kind of thinned out. Got rid of his muscle, just has a decent, like, 6'2", 200-pound frame now. He turned into a full-on safety. But alright, choose draft class. We're gonna go rookies. We're going to generate rookies at first, and then as we get closer to the actual draft, we'll probably do some real-life draft classes. But, alright, not really knowing the draft class, let's look in. Alright, big position of need, quarterback, right? Nah, this is going to be fun because we already have Justin Fields to work with if we need be. The only reason we would go for a QB is if we see like a generational talent QB with a top pick. Because I know right now, if I'm correct, the Bears have a really high pick and everyone's going nuts over that. I'm almost positive the Bears were the ones to take the Texans' first-round pick, which is crazy because they had some great games this season and look like they could become a team to compete. So let's get looking at the draft picks that we have. We have the 7th pick, the 46th, 71st. Okay. NFL draft picks. I want to see this. I'm confused. NFL draft order. Chicago Bears. I don't understand why we don't have the first pick. Interesting. Well, I definitely want to get to the first pick then, because that's bullshit. That's bullshit, Madden. We're at the wild card week 2. Why is the picks all messed up? Alright, anyway. I'll keep like all my other picks the same, but I want the first pick. I don't care about having 46 in the second round. We can deal with that. Sim to Super Bowl. I think it's because the Texans went 3-13-1 and Madden, no, there's still no point. I don't understand it. It's all good. I'm still trying to figure out why. Staff week's going to actually be a massive one because we now figure out who our staff is going to be. Chiefs and Eagles anyways, let's go. Let's see what happens. That's going to be cool. Chiefs, there we go. That's what I love to see. That's what I love to see, Madden. I think that could be actually realistic. That'd be crazy if it is realistic. Yo. 2022 season recap. I don't think the Bears would have anything. I don't think so. Let me double check. Who was offensive? Kenneth Walker, Jalen Petrie. Okay. Perfect. I don't know anything about the defensive player of the year in real life. That's going to be like Kayvon Thibodeau. Alright. Staff moves. This is what we wanted to do. Oh, interesting. It already fired some of my coaches. Manage staff. We'll do it like this.
Welcome to your franchise staff.
Okay, so we don't have an offensive coordinator. Right now we have 3-4 defense, Cameron Kelly. Right now I think we're going to fire Cameron Kelly. I think we want to get 2 new guys in that will give us free franchise points to put on them. We have some guys with talents. There's a 3 and a 4 right here, and Scott Anderson. Offensive coordinator. I don't mind multiple power run as a scheme. New Orleans offensive coordinator Scott Anderson is going to come play offensive coordinator for the Bears. Head coach roles. Matt Eberfluss coming back as a D coordinator. Starts our 4-3. He lost his talents, but he didn't, so we get to finish them out.
When you have to see some talent trees make you select a path to...
So instead of that, we did offensive linemen and tight ends. Okay. Pass block for tight ends. Boost awareness for offensive linemen. What's over here? Let's get release on our wide receivers early because we don't have fast receivers now, and who knows what we do in the offseason. So we might want to do that. And then we get some options over here. Boost catching for wide receivers and tight ends for 5. For sure, get that. Get that +5 catching. So we're already liking our offensive coordinator. Bringing in a guy that already knows what he's doing, and we're going to be able to put our franchise points on him to make him top tier. Impact blocking receivers. Definitely offensive line and awareness. We're going to finish all that out. And then strength for offensive linemen. We need 11 more franchise points. Okay. But at least we pretty much have a offensive coordinator of the future. Brian Urlacher being our head coach. And defensive coordinator, we'll give Matt Eberfluss a shot. We'll see how good he can run our defense. And then we'll get back to it. We could definitely go and find a different head coach. We have 74 players on roster right now. Let's move on into the next week. Draft doesn't really have anything too crazy I haven't seen yet, but I've only taken one glance. Let's look at the 2022 retirements. Hopefully Tom Brady is one of them. Chris Harris. A lot of big players of the 2010s, like Joe Flacco, Josh Norman, Marcus Cannon, Ty Nsekhe was a storyline for Washington for 2 years. Nsekhe has been just holding it down wherever he's went enough as like a backup. I've heard he's like one of the better like lineman backups in the league. Pete Carroll retires, so Seahawks will be getting a new coach. Pete Carroll walks off in the sunset after Russell Wilson 1 year in Denver. He got to show that he was the reason Seahawks succeeded and not Russell. Even though that's definitely vague as heck. Alright, let's move on. Get a message. What's up? Is this okay or strictly sim? I'm doing strictly sim. I'm going 5 years and I'm trying to do it with some speed. Well, I just let a lot of people go by accident. I thought I was still in staff screen, but that's alright.
View a player's motivations. You have 3 evaluation
Let me see if there was
periods with each
anyone
team.
big off my Bears team. David Montgomery, but I can definitely go a different route. Yeah, it was no one crazy. It was probably a good thing rather than a bad thing. The Bears don't really have too many guys, and we can refix it around anyways. Adjust lineup. Let's look at this. Let's look at this team. We have Justin Fields, I know. Khalil Herbert. So yeah, we definitely want to get rid of David Montgomery. I like Khalil Herbert more in franchise style. Darnell Mooney's going to be nice. Chase Claypool's going to be nice. Velus Jones, I feel like is just more of a good 4 wide receiver. I don't think he is really going to be the future. I know he's fast, but he's already 26. Yeah. He's definitely just going to be a good 4. He's already 26. He came in the league at Stetson Bennett's age. So I think we're definitely good there on trying to really make him a #1 guy. He kind of looks like a Terry build in a way, which is kind of funny. He looks like a beginning Terry McLaurin build. He's only a 69 overall too, so yeah, he might be able to do some he might be able to show some shades of success at that 4 spot, but I think we need to find a receiver too. Equanimus St. Brown is the other potential #2 receiver behind Claypool. We saw how that ran last season, and it's just not going to be it. What I do want to entertain, though, he's too lightweight. Equanimus St. Brown, we could definitely trade for like a draft pick. Because we already have Velus Jones to be depth. We already have 4. I don't think Webster's anything. Nazimba Webster, 27, 67. No, he's just a special teams guy. Alright, I think we're good here on wide receivers. We'll figure out a wide receiver too. Our line isn't that bad. Tevin Jenkins, white hair, is great. Center being Lucas Patrick. Definitely want to instill some depth. Alex Leatherwood has not panned out in this league so far. 24-68. We can give him one more run. Unless if we draft line. But I don't think line is massively needed. We can go sign a $5 million center. And just deal with this line. Who's this Jones guy? Brandon Jones? Braxton Jones. 24-75. He's going to be someone we use for a few seasons. He looks pretty nice. I like him more in the interior, so if we can find like a stable outside guy, I like Jones as a future guard for us for the long term. He looks like he has some really good lead block and run block stats that we can work with. And plus Justin Fields and Herbert, this is a run scheme for sure. So getting a lot of good run blocking guys is definitely going to help us out trying to win a Super Bowl. Jaquan Brisker's a beast. Eddie Jackson's our other safety. Safety isn't a year one need, but Eddie Jackson I know is getting into the 30s. He's only 29, so we at least get a season or two or maybe three out of him at the free safety position if we don't find better. I think this team is definitely just needing the best thing available at any position. Like, it could just be even better. Brisker, strong safety, I think he's the guy, but other than that, we will have to wait and see. And Brisker, will be tweener if I like him or not. We'll see how he plays in sim, because he is not an athletic build at all. Jalen Johnson, definitely can more move him to free safety, use him as a trade piece. We'll see how he does this season. I want to at least use him 1 year and get some good idea if slow corners in Madden sim really matter, because he has great coverage behind his slower speed. So we'll have to wait and see. We definitely know we can use him this season unless we find like a big package trade to use. I think we'll be good. So I will be bullcrapping to get our first overall pick for sure. So let's get that real quick. I'm going to try and finesse for just the pick that we deserve from real life. I don't know who has it. Bills, Broncos, Browns. Cardinals have the 3. Did it give it to the Texans? Just to save time. 2. Who took our first pick? Like, it's every pick correct but ours. Let me just double check the Bears one more time. Like, this is kind of crazy that every other pick is correct. Okay, no, we do have our first pick. That was weird. Okay, so we're good. But let's get Equanimus St. Brown off the team. Let's clear some more cap space. Equanimus St. Brown doesn't have a future here. Any teams with green on them? We see some yellows. Oh, play. No, yeah, we're doing strictly sim. We can do playoffs. We can go in and watch the games. We can definitely do that. Welcome everyone joining. Equanimus St. Brown. I think Texans need receiver, right? Hell yeah. At least he goes there and be depth. We're going to get a 6th rounder out of him. Equanimus St. Brown wasn't much in real life, so we're going to base it off that and just get something out of him. They wanted him, so it works out. Alright, let's get some free agents up in here. First, we got to decide wide receiver 2, if we're going future or if we're just going for the season. Michael Thomas would be the season. I would do Odell more than Michael Thomas for a season. Juju. Thinking of a wide receiver 1 right now in Claypool. Juju would not. Like a Robbie Anderson. He wants $9 million, so I'd rather go Mecole for sure. How many people on Mecole? 1 offer. We could definitely attack that team. Mecole could definitely be someone we do long term, but I always feel like I would use Mecole too, so I want to try something different. Corey Davis, Allen Lazard, kind of tweener guys that can make plays, but won't be a major part of your offense. They would be some nice wide receiver 4s, but maybe even 3s like DJ Chark. But if I had to go receiver, I think we bring Odell Beckham Jr. But that's way too much money. That would not make sense. We have $165 million to work with, though. That is crazy cap space out of Chicago. Let me go let my dogs in really fast. But talking about 165 million, what do I do here? Do I just save it for another season and just get guys that I feel like could fringe us and then develop our first overall pick and get another pretty high pick? Because I definitely don't think we need to spend all this money now. I would love to save half of this for the future. My last dog did not come in. Oh, she's at the door. Alright, let's get back to the stream. So 165 million to work with. Do you get a guy like Odell for one season? I feel like he'd be ring chasing. I don't feel like I could do that. I feel like we either need to draft our number 2 or find a guy like down here that can be our number 2 due to athleticism and all that, like DJ Chark. Could still develop into a nice 2. Scotty Miller has a lot of interest to us.
Choose from 4 preset
Why
offers
not? Why not bring some good wide receiver depth for $3.5 million bucks? We have all the cap space in the world, but we don't need to spend it. We'll find guys. We will strategically do this. We already have Cole Kmet. I wouldn't mind Austin Hooper on a 1-year, $6 million prove-it deal. I would not mind that. Doing something like this. Give him $7 million straight up. He doesn't hate the offer. It's at least an offer in. I think Austin Hooper could be a good player. Or do we just go... Why would we go Austin Hooper when you got Jawan Johnson? Who has way better, like, long-term potential. And he wants less money. We'll give him $1 million less, 3 extra years to go right behind Cole Kmet and set up our 2 tight end sets. That is smart money. We've only spent $9 million on our wide receiver 5 and 4, depending on where he makes it on the lineup. I know we have a wide receiver 4 in Velus Jones, but Scotty Miller's just a bit better, in my opinion. We're upgrading at our 4. We haven't decided our 2, but I don't think... Chat, what do you guys think? Ah, YouTube says no one's here now. Nice. What do you guys think? I don't know if my wide receiver 2 will be decided this week. I just don't see it needing it. Getting an extra lineman in one of these guys for $4 million a season, perfect. Get wide receivers in the draft. Okay, I like that call. I don't want to keep using Mecole because I use Mecole in every franchise outside, and I want to be realistic. I want to give someone else Mecole, and then the rest of the guys, Michael Thomas just doesn't excite. Odell Beckham is just too much money for the situation we're in. We can definitely just save half of this cap space. Wait till we have an understanding of how this team plays, and then go and spend on a few contracts. Maybe we get a few guys that are on expiring deals that teams may not want to pay and go that route. But hold up, my dog jumped on my bed. And I have clothes on my bed, so I gotta move these. Alright, but wide receiver in the draft definitely sounds like the plan. We're more likely to find our future guy in the draft than any of these guys, honestly. DJ Chark is like the best available. So we've picked 2 contracts now. This is a hard one. Josh Allen, focal point of our edge rush. I think that's a good pickup. Getting Javon Hargraves interested in us for under 10. I just coming off helping his team to a Super Bowl. His team didn't win though, so he might still be ring chasing. He likes that we have a franchise QB. He values his financials, so we'll probably put him around the 10 to 11 range. And then he's close to home. Is he? Chicago and North Carolina? That's just one that you don't think is close, but I guess could be close. So yeah, 1 year, I think that's perfect. A guy that we'll see if we give a few extra years to. But he has some great talent to bring to the table. Let me just see how much D-line help we really, really need. We just got rid of, what was his name? Robert Quinn from the draft. We got an extra mid-round pick out of him, and then he didn't become anything in Philadelphia. As of right now, who knows? He could ball out in the Super Bowl this weekend. I'm pretty sure he's back now. And I know he was dealing with injury, and it's harder once you're in your 30s and still trying to be as muscular as the 20-year-old guys. But yeah, D-line's definitely something we need. We have Hargrave coming in. Let's see if Jones is a decent 2. Hargrave's more of a pass rusher guy. We can definitely use Justin Jones as a run-stopping guy. He's not going to be too bad. He's not going to really grow too much more. So if we see someone in the mid-rounds worth taking, we'll take them. I've definitely seen some good run stoppers in the mid-rounds for D-tackle. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that and replacing Jones. But I think Hargrave's a good bring-in. I definitely could see us getting Josh Allen. Jaguars letting him go is nuts to me, but $16 million a season to be your hopeful anchor edge rush. Unless if we go edge rush with our first overall pick too, because we already have the safeties in Eddie Jackson, Brisker. Kyler Gordon is only a year into the league. We could still believe in him as a boundary corner. He's 6 foot, lengthy. He's another Jalen Johnson though. That's gonna hurt, I feel like, in the long run though. It just hurts my franchise style thinking and rebuild style of thinking. Like, gosh. I see 288 speeds and I'm like, no. What do I do? I don't even want them on. That's 3 DBs under 90 speed in our starting roles. Jaquan Brisker, 89 speed. I think Eddie Jackson could be 89 speed. We have no speed in the secondary. That is a real problem. So I definitely at least want to find one guy with good secondary speed. It doesn't have to be insane, just to put in there. Let's see what we get. 93 speed as the fastest. You get a guy like Greedy Williams who could turn his cornerback career around. He doesn't want much money. So we can't do 5 years because that's unrealistic. I say 2 years at this price makes sense for both sides. He gets 2 years to prove that he can be a number 2 corner in the league, so he can get paid 10+ million. It's going to be a help me help you contract right there. So then now you got Kyler Gordon in the slot. You got Jalen Johnson at the 1. Do you go a guy named Sean Murphy Bunting over Jalen Johnson? Also a star dev, a little bit worse but more athletic. Might be able to hold the position a little bit better. I say we give it time, but I you know what? He only wants 4.6 million bucks. I will bring him in even if he's just depth this season. Or if he's the real number 2 over who we just signed in Greedy. Cuz Sean Murphy Bunting, 5 million bucks is a pretty nice steal if we're trying to figure out this team. But I will have to take an evaluation off, and I think it will be Bunting for the second, because I definitely think we should go Josh Allen here. Check trade block. I will definitely do that. Free agency is underwhelming. I definitely agree. I definitely think there's like guys that we can use though, and spend some money into, and see how they run this season. We like Hargrave, we like Bunting, we like Johnson, Williams. Who do we not need? Who can we take out? Juwan Johnson has an offer by the Buccaneers, but it's not anything crazy. I think we don't really need... We want Greedy to come in first, because Greedy has an extra year of development on him. And it can only take 1 year where he's dropping 10 picks out of nowhere, so you never know. So we definitely want to keep Greedy. I think Josh Allen's to play at one of our edge rush spots for 16 million bucks. You're not going to get much better than that. 5 years, 16.5 million. I'll take that. We'll hope to bring the guy in. He has 4 offers. We are number 3 right now, so we're gonna have to put some extra money into it. We'll go 18.5. I still think that's not horrible for Josh Allen money. Okay, we're good. And evaluate the offers. Everyone went somewhere. Let's see my signings. Did we get all 5? We got Josh Allen. We got Javon Hargrave. We got Juwan Johnson, Greedy, and Scotty Miller. Now let's go back and make sure we target Sean Murphy Bunting, who hasn't gotten a new offer yet. Still like him though. We still definitely like him though. We said that 2-year deal. That was him. How many years was he wanting? If he wants 4 years at a cheap price, wait a minute. We're getting some good DBs on the roster because it's a hit or miss in the draft when DBs come out. He wants 2 years. We'll give him the same Greedy contract. Him and Greedy are here together, and they will be reevaluated at the same time. That's perfect. That's just good money placements. Still with 120 to work with, and I don't think we're going to be using much more. We have our safeties. We have our corners now. We have our ends. Our 2 linebackers, though, could be something to start looking at. TJ Edwards, not bad as a run stopper. He's actually not that high in block shedding. Leighton Vander Esch is better. I say a 1-year prove-it deal out of Leighton Vander Esch, wanting $5 million. We see how he runs this season. He's been a franchise beast in the past. I don't think that's a bad deal at all for $5 million freaking dollars. See if he, because it's not ever been that he's been like a trash player. It's just been he's been so injured. So might as well take that flyer since we have the money. So corner set, linebackers probably set now. Some more depth at linebacker, like Quincy Williams. We'll throw some depth contracts in. I like 2 years just so we don't have to deal with it next season. He can just be depth for a few years. Zion Taki, little high for what we want in depth. Sean Dion Hamilton, might as well throw him on the team. Get some extra linebacker depth while we have the money. We now have an offer on David Edwards, and we want to get him. So we got this going now. 1 year, $6 million to be depth. Little high, maybe, but he's definitely really good quality. What does we see? Another one. Another one. What's up, Spice? Dude. The team's being shaped up nicely. We had $165 million to work with in our first offseason. We haven't even started the first year of the sim yet. What are your plans? What plans do you got? I'll be home in about I don't have any others. I just gotta run 5 years of franchise first. And we can do whatever. Alright. What's next? Oh, another valuation period. And anyone that hears our name wants us. That's crazy. And we're Chicago. Let's just see if we got everyone. Did we get Edwards? Edwards came here too. We should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we didn't get everyone. Van Der Esch didn't come to us. He went to the Cardinals. Devin Bush was a linebacker to get for the future. That's one that we missed on. That's one for sure we missed on, was Devin Bush. Other than that, did we get so if we got Edwards, that's perfect. Got Quincy Williams. But I don't think we got any of the other. Sean Dion didn't come to us. That's crazy. He's got somewhere else to go. I'm trying to think of the other people. Murphy Bunting didn't come to us. That kind of stings. That was great cornerback depth. To figure out who's starting. We still got Byron Murphy out there though. William Jackson, never. He's still out there. Active negotiations. What? Oh, it took our offer off on him? Interesting. The most I would do for Sean Murphy Bunting is like $8 million for 2 years. Because we have the extra money for it. 2 active negotiations. Maybe that's a glitch. Targeted. There he is. Like, what was that? Okay. Completely took the offer off of Bunting. So we addressed line. We haven't dressed wide receiver 2. Let's look at any running back still available. Miles Sanders would have honestly been someone we could have thought about. Jamal Williams, touchdown guy. Rashad Penny. I think Khalil Herbert's our guy unless we draft running back for sure. Guy I want to bring in though, Chase Edmonds. I think he would be a great 1-year backup. Give him $3 million. Sign that man on the dotted line. Any speed gems for wide receiver? Could always find John Ross a spot. Man ran a 4.22 40 and he look at his speed just die over the years. Like, what is up with that? Jeff Smith. That's just another Velas Jones who will probably just play return man for us. I don't mind getting John Ross on a 1-year deal. 1-year flyers to see who pans out. That's what it is. I am down with that. We have one more offer. I think we'll go in the next week. If we go into any more free agency, it would be a Deion Jones for 1 year. He's kind of fallen off. Get him back on track. I'll sign him to a 2-year. Bro, that is just robbery. Let's see if we can get Deion Jones back in his old ways before it's too late. That is a cheap deal to try and turn a guy around on. This man was one of the forefronts of the linebackers of the past 7 to 8 years. Like, I'm down to, like, give him one more shot in a big role this season. Alright. Wait. Sign free agents. Evaluate one more time. Let's see my signings. No one there. Let's go over to Deion Jones and see what actually happened. This game bugged, I swear. I may have just not looked good enough. I don't know. Only a 77 overall, but I think he could still be a forefront of a defense. Still 106 million to work with. All right, we had a request to check the trade block. Isaiah Likely. Some quality depth D-line. Milton Williams. We're looking for a real, like, future run stopper. He has age on his side. He's a better version. You know what? I'm actually going to try something here. Milton Williams. For a 5th round pick. He's on the trade block. Let's bring him into the D-tackle group. Well, that is interesting. Okay. We get another good depth D-tackle. Use the 5th rounder on him. I like him over Jones. We can get pick back for him. Potentially in the same round. Let's do this quick trade and then let's move over to scouting and then move to the draft. One thing I want to see is what our outside linebackers are looking like. So in the way it's going to work, Quincy, Sean Deion Jones. So we have 3 quality linebackers, stand-up linebackers. So we might go look at one more of those. We can try and find someone else's quality linebacker for Justin Jones. Let's see what like decent linebackers we can get. Nothing like Jermaine Pratt. Hicks is still good. Chris Barnes, I think, is a perfect, like, quality linebacker to come back to this division for Justin Jones. Good little trade there. Got some depth at other positions that we need. Now we can really just like look for what's best available in the draft and not really feel bad about it because we kind of have players for each position. Wide receivers definitely our top need. We have Chase Claypool. He's hopefully going to be awesome this season. We have Scotty Miller. He's going to come in occasionally. We have Darnell Mooney in the slot. That's going to be great himself. We just need that one more guy. And most likely we're going to find in the draft. If not, do we have that guy that we can fringe play the wide receiver 2 position this year? Because we already said it's not going to be Jones, it's not going to be Equanimeous St. Brown. If we had to, because the draft sucks, do we have that guy? Can Mooney play a number 2 role and Scotty Miller play slot? I mean, and also John Ross, you might want to always try and give that a shot, you know? Maybe he can break out and have a great season with his speed. Darnell Mooney's, he's more of a slot guy. It's going to be nice to have Darnell Mooney and Scotty Miller as our 2 slot receivers going forward. That's going to be a nice luxury to have. Claypool, he's more of a 2 in himself, but he's playing the number 1 this season for sure. The way it's looking, we can always, before the season starts, look for a guy that's on a 1-year deal that's going to want a butt ton of money and be like, hey, that is just something we got to do. All right. Moving forward, we can just go another week. All right. But yeah, getting guys like Deion Jones in and stuff like that, that's going to be very nice. More linebackers to add to the team is always better than not having enough, because real life Washington was a great example of that. We ran out of linebackers. All right. Let's go look at the draft class before we enter the before year 1 draft. This is going to be a long thing. Alright, that's not where I wanted to go. Prospects. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we are working with in the draft. First overall, Adrian Moore, 6'4" wide receiver. Why? We need receiver, and we're going to use our first overall pick potentially on it in this guy. Needs work on simple concentration drops. That's a top 5 pick to you, Madden? That's like the biggest thing people look for. Exceptional body control on the sidelines. That's good. Fights for... Okay, he's big. No issues climbing the ladder. Of course, he's big. Avoid big hits following catches. That's nice. Also a trait of being tall. Excels at creating yards after the catch. Okay, that's something that we would love to know. Lacks discipline resulting in avoidable penalties. Okay, he is 21 though. 4'7", 6'4", 219. I don't think he will be the first overall pick. Claypool's just too similar. Adrian Moore is going to be a good pick somewhere else, though. Blake Westbrook always can use... We said that we were looking for tackle for sure. I don't know if we want to use it on this guy, though. C to F pass block, and then B to D run block. We're just going to move on. He has great intangibles, but if he's 21, there's some hope to this guy. He is 21. He has A impact and A awareness. That is helping him a bunch. He's alright. He's definitely an okay lineman. I definitely see some good parts to him, but why take a raw player? I mean, it worked for the Jaguars, I guess, but why take a raw player here? We're not going quarterback. Good finesse moves as a speed rusher, but I'm just not tall enough. Not first overall pick enough, but 6'4", 320 run stopper. Definitely looks nice. Carlos Henry, a trade back option. Definitely think trading back is not bad. Now Sidney Pearson looks pretty decent for a pass blocking tackle. Pass block finesse and power all A. He is a pass blocking guy that I can trust in. That is a pick that we might be doing. I like Sidney Pearson. I like Carlos Henry. Keith Witherspoon, 6 foot, 210, man to man, good man coverage. If he's athletic, that's another big pickup in the right in that area. 447, 443. He's height. For us, he might be decent though. A better option. Dylan Nobles. He would be great if we didn't get Javon Hargrave first season, so we don't have to worry about that. Kendrick Bridge. Meh. Deep threat with F catching. But I'm really hoping something crazy. 6'1". Wow. Oh, fudge off, Madden. 6'1", runs 4'2", 440. And he's raw as heck. Well, I think the only thing we can do here is trade back, get multiple firsts, and try and do something with both Barlow and one of these guys at 10 through 12. Barlow, he definitely does make wide receiver 2 qualities. We're not trying to win now season 1. So that's fine for Joe Barlow. We can make him our focus player. We can really, really work on him. So whatever he gets outside of his 99 speed, 99 athleticism, he might not have 99 speed, but just saying, oh my gosh. Julian Worthy. That's another big pick right there. A zone coverage for a middle linebacker. Something we definitely need to look at. There's not many of those guys that come through these drafts. So having a future middle linebacker like that, if Deion Jones does not pan out for a few years, he can come right in and be ready to be a franchise linebacker. Carlos Drake, first to second round guy. Not horrible. I like Carlos Drake. Let's get him a heart. Terrell Patterson, he's lengthy, 6'1". Has great agility. He's not the fastest though, but that elite agility. Hell, it's the Bears team. We like slow people. Larry Derby, high hit power. Now that's a center we need. Continuing to work on our line. Because that makes Whitehair expendable. Theo Parrish. Look at the prototype on him. He has throw power? Yo. This guy's low-key good. Takes calculated risks as a passer. Beautiful spiral on all his passes. Gets happy feet and feels non-existent pressure. Oh, that's not good. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. Vast majority of his success comes while in the pocket. Pocket passer, we get that. Round 3 to 4 guy. Elite throw power. Okay. Theo Parrish is low-key like... I like him. I like him. Always need a backup option. We don't know if Justin Fields is going to break out into his full potential. Having a guy like him is not a bad idea at all. More wide receivers. We need to look at more wide receivers. 6'3" deep threats. 6'3" deep threats is definitely something to look at. A catching traffic. Great ability. Greg Fox. I definitely need to keep a look on that guy. Devontae Weiss, not really too. I'm now looking over here. Any good ability guys before I just look for speed? Not really. Okay. So let's just look for deep threats. 5'10". Day 3 pick, Torrey Barrett. That's a pickup. That makes Velus Jones very expendable. Day 3 pick with a good wide receiver. Get a nice day 3 pick tight end with a run blocking right there, Chandler Myers. Keep him on lock. After Westbrook, there's some pretty good linemen. Raheem Hamilton's a big tackle. I don't know how we're going to get 3 firsts, but it's making it enticing to do so in this draft class. Just a lot of things that we can work with. 1 to 2s. We have a few of our gem picks. Where else could we think about for draft picks? We said D tackle. Run stopper. Not really a run stopper. We're looking for some like A block shed. An A finesse move run stopper. Why not? That's beautiful, honestly. Trevor Favors. We are looking for high block shed. Any different position high block sheds? A to C run stopper, but that's 1 to 2. One more in the left ends. Okay. I think we're good. Middle linebacker depth. Deontay Barber. I like Emmett Harvin. More depth at the linebacker position. Just doesn't run fast. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. He'll just maybe make the lineup if we do draft him. So let's move on. Julian Worthy is definitely a guy I'm going to have my eye on. There's multiple people in this draft that we want for the future of the Chicago Bears. For sure. Sim to draft. Let's get this season on the road. We got some nice quality players, though, to add to the squad, like Javon Hargrave, Deion Jones, Sean Murphy Bunting, Greedy Williams, some really good names that will hopefully give us a better chance to succeed behind Justin Fields, but also not really give it up. Or what am I saying there? We won't really need to give up a high pick. We might still have a high pick while having a good season now. So 2023 4th overall pick, 3rd and 4th. I'm gonna go make my own manual trade. I want to try and get 2 firsts out of this pick. Pause draft. And I don't think I'll be able to get both, but I'm going to try and go over to, I'm pretty sure it's the Eagles or the Seahawks here. I think it's the Seahawks actually. And we're going to go and trade and give them the first overall pick. They don't have a quarterback. This makes total sense. They're going to trade up to 1. We might even try and get an extra second rounder out of them for the first overall pick. They could be coming in hot if they accept this. 5, 19, and a 2. Take the 2 out. Can we get both? Really? If I, like, slither in a third to get this to go through. Really? A next year 3. 1, 3, 3 for 5 and 19. That's close. That's a lot I'm giving up, but I need more picks. I'm going to use 19 for that linebacker. We don't really need the third this year. The second's going to kind of suck. But I think it's worth it. Let's move on. You guys are getting a player now. The end. Al-Qadim Muhammad. They don't want him. I should not have to give up this much. Can we solve D tackle? I don't think we could this year. I think Milton Williams is our guy. They want Alex Leatherwood. Definitely don't. I don't think we're going to be able to make a trade with the Seahawks. And that was the team that's ideal. As perfect ideal. We get to select one of the 10 through 12 guys up at the 5th pick. Could you guys use a Kyler Gordon? He's expendable. We never did get Murphy Bunting. Did we even get Deion Jones? Yes, we did. Now we have some really good depth at linebacker. Some extra quality at depth at linebacker. And then our edge rusher of the future. Don't think we really have that other side for him, though, this season. Tayshaun Gibson, I guess the guy is. Travis Gibson. He is a pass rusher. With Start Ev. We'll give him a chance, honestly. Why not? Jalen Johnson in a trade here. We would definitely want that second round pick then. We would definitely want 37 if we give up Jalen Johnson here. But the reason I don't like it is because in the season we will be going Greedy Williams, Kyler Gordon, and Kindle Vildor. So then we'll definitely, with that 37th pick, have to pick a corner that works out for us. And I don't know if we have a corner that makes sense. I like Michael Ajamuda, though. I know we had him on this roster. Michael Ajamuda can actually play. I don't relatively need Jalen Johnson. So we'll give up our third again. Honestly, first and Jalen Johnson for 2 firsts and a second. I want to try this itself. Wow. I'm just surprised. That's insane to me. We have to swap seconds. Might as well swap seconds. What? Oh. Next year 1? Is that what we have to do here? What I'll do is just this straight up. I will do a 4. Has to be that 3, man. It has to be this to go through. That is nuts to me. We have better guys than Jalen Johnson, though. Okay, we won't do it. We won't do it. That is crazy to me. We are giving up so much and they still don't want to do it. That is fine. Anyone else with probably more picks? We'll try the Texans. God dang it, man. Texans and Lions might have picks. Texans. Do you guys have multiples? You have great multiples. 2 and 3. 2 and 13. 1. CB. Do we have a backup quarterback to give you? No. He's still in the league. Bro, you know what? Cole Kmet is the future. He has great potential. I don't think I would. Center. I like a center in this class. Lucas Packard. What did I just say? Lucas Patrick. I can actually do that. This is great value compared to the freaking Seahawks shit. Like, what? Maybe not. I would do it next year first. To get 2 and 13? Yeah, that makes sense.
We have a trade alert.
Thank you, Texans. Holy crap, that was not as bad as the Seahawks were trying to fleece me. So now, they get their first overall pick. We didn't want it. They get their quarterback in Anton Gilmore. The Seahawks would have literally had Anton Gilmore as their future QB. I'll take that 4th pick offer. For sure. Where's that 2023 4th overall pick? 3 and a 5. Just get some extra draft capital in a class we don't have. That's fine. So now we have 4, 13, and yeah. And some extra picks.
The Cardinals.
Carl Lilly. We didn't care about him. That was a reach by the Colts. Who needed QB?
The Chicago Bears.
Kentrell Sharp. That's one thing we did not really get to look at is another edge rusher. Speed rusher that kind of sucks. We said Carlos Henry was going to be kind of decent, but he was an interior guy. Nate Dunbar. Not really interested in these guys. Kyle Blake, though, I'm definitely taking him in day 3. That's good depth. Quarterback. Cam Sexton, 2nd to 3rd round. We like Theo Parrish. Alright. I think we got this. I think we'll just take one of these 3 guys right here. By most important. I think cornerback, to be honest. We just gave up cornerback. Keith Witherspoon. 4th overall, though, for corner. That isn't fast. No, that's just not me to do. We can definitely do it for a D tackle that we believe in. Or a right tackle, but What do I want to do here? We definitely know Julian Worthy's our next pick. And we definitely want corner. JD Vick, nothing crazy. Any crazy corners? 6'3" guy right here with good coverages. Beating zone and press. Yes. Okay. Okay. Carl Hilton's even more important on this team than the middle linebacker now. So we have cornerback with the next pick. So we'll go with our first ever franchise pick. 6'4" LSU, 320-pound Carlos Henry, who is physical as heck. He's a big dude. Ran a 4.9 for being 320. Good block shed. Good play recognition. Good power moves. He's going into our interior, and he's being that number 2. Milton Williams will be the number 3 now. This guy could be the nose tackle of the future. Only normal dev, so that kind of sucks that we selected him at 4. We could have probably went back a bit more. Definitely could have. But we didn't. And now we go corner with the second pick. With our next first round pick.
On the clock now.
Should have looked at who Seahawks drafted, but we can real quick look after. I'm pissed at the Seahawks. Like, that was your guys' quarterback opportunity. They must have not liked him enough. Like the Texans did. Okay. And now we go corner. And Carl Hilton, who will not catch passes, but he will press. He's big, and he is great in zone coverage.
Next up, the Patriots
93 speed, 94 excel corner. We said that the Bears corners were not fast, and getting a guy that's 6'3", we'll definitely take that. We will 100% take that. So now not grabbing that middle linebacker. We will now be aiming at the line for sure. I don't know if that crazy good center will still be there. But we'll have to wait and see. Center. No. We're down to day 3. No really good centers remaining. This guy's not bad though. Alex Columbus. But he's not going to be that great. It's all good. We didn't really need a lineman too bad in this draft. Carl McFarland kind of shows off some... That's horrible run block, though. Christopher Hoffman has a chance, but we'll go with the guys we know. Let's go over to favorites. We forgot all about Joe Barlow. Oh my. How did he fall to second round 22? This guy's a freak of nature. We forgot all about him. We get that he's not like wide receiver ready. But in a season where we're rebuilding, he could be our wide receiver too. 99 speed, 96 acceleration. Doesn't have agility or change of direction, which will kind of suck for him. And I can see why he's a little bit of why he's went down people's boards. People have not believed that speed just like speed on its own is going to do anything, and it's not. They're not wrong. But I believe that Joe Barlow could develop into our wide receiver too in a season's time. So that was a beautiful pick in my opinion. Was projected mid-first round. Falls all the way to second round 22. Maybe the next DK Metcalf. Okay. We're just seeing if anyone's good. Zach Watts. Can't deep route run, but what's his short route run? Get one more decent wide receiver in there in case. What's his short route running? B to D. That's not even good. We can go Watts if there's no one. Oh, this pick will take Theo Parrish. First pick of the 3rd round.
On the clock now.
95 throw power. We have our backup QB behind Justin Fields, who could be placed in starter if we don't like Justin Fields.
The Chicago Bears
We have to build
are
a scheme around him this season. We have a massive speed threat to work with Claypool and Mooney. That don't work. We put a little bit more of an established veteran in John Ross. If that don't work, well, we'll be addressing wide receiver 2 in the next offseason. This guy might as well. We know we need outside linebacker depth, and he's young too. This might actually be a low-key under-the-radar pick. Let me see something real quick. Troy Barrett, day 3, 3rd round, 2nd or 3rd round. Trenton Baldwin will be coming over to Brenton Baldwin. Just more linebacker depth. We want linebackers on this team. He's alright. Just more bodies, and we'll figure out which ones stay and which ones go. And then now we have some of our hopeful hidden gems.
The Chicago Bears.
Let's just hope. Let's just hope these guys get something good out of them. Favorites. We start out with deep threat Torrey Barrett. We've just taken some linebackers, so let's go these guys first. We're bringing in another receiver behind our 2nd round pick.
Now on the clock.
Torrey Barrett, who's even better in my opinion than our 2nd round pick. Great excel, great speed, great agility, still decent jumping. Torrey Barrett is just going to be another guy in the receiving core. We're just stacking good receivers. We're doing what the Bears did not have last season, and that is depth, but then depth that can turn into something different. And those 2 wide receivers just need an opportunity, and who knows, they could just go out and fly. So we're doing a great job addressing some of our key positions of need. Even though we're trying to somewhat stay in a rebuild, get that blue chip player. I don't think we got it out of Carlos Henry. I think Carlos Henry is just going to be a great, like, Eddie Goldman D tackle for us for the long term. And we come down to the late 4th round. We're going to go, we don't have the tight end no more. We're going to go with Emmett Harvin. Just adding more linebackers to the team. That's all we care about. Great excel agility, no speed. Has pretty decent zone coverage, so he might crack a roster spot, maybe practice squad. And then we know they'll take the other hearted guy. So let's move out. Let's get the season under road real quick. We'll set up our schemes. Hope everything works out the way we I guess hope for. 2 trade offers, 1 for Edwards and 1 for Johnson. I'm going to decline offers on Johnson because I really like him, but Edwards is free to go. If people want Edwards, we can sign and trade Edwards. A different depth lineman, Nico Collins in a 7th. Nah. We will decline those offers for now. We will hope to get different ones. Let's real quick look at see what the Seahawks did with their 5th overall pick. Did they still go quarterback? Okay, Henry's a 72. But we need to change him to D tackle. And we know he's a normal dev, which sucks. That could have been a decent potential of being a bust. But we will not allow that to happen. He has a lot of time to grow. He's a 75 D tackle, so perfect. Good run stopping D tackle of the future. I'm pretty sure he's 21 too. 22. So 22, 75 normal. Perfect for us. Hilton, another 75 with a hidden dev. Barlow, 99 speed, 69 overall. Velus Jones is out the door. Joe Barlow is now the Velus. Parrish, good backup QB. The things I like about him, throw power, and he had some decent accuracies, if I'm correct, for being a third-round pick. Okay, high 70s. He's raw, but you can't teach throw power. You cannot teach throw power. That's just something you have naturally. For the most part, you can work on it, but that extra, you know, like the Josh Allen throw power, it has some genetics to do with it. So the team drafted us another big speed threat wide receiver that were better than my speed threats. Baldwin wasn't anything in that third round. Barrett was good. So we just got a bunch of depth at receiver, and it's going to be interesting to see who breaks out. We're definitely going to give Barlow the first shot, I feel like. Who has the best, like, route running? Let's compare route runnings to the three receivers. Barlow for deep. They're all the same for medium. And Barlow just doesn't have short. And Claypool, it'll really depend on what Claypool's strengths are for route running. Because deep route, we got Barlow for. But these guys are just one-dimensionals. So we'll see. Good catching out of Bulavis. That's nice to know. No spec catch abilities as of yet. And then speed-wise, who has the best change of direction? No one. But we just got 3 track stars on this team in the 2nd, 4th, and 6th round. Interesting strategy by Brian Urlacher. Still with $91 million to work with, that's all I'm saying. We have so much money to work with. Trade offers, more weeks. The only one I'm really worried about is David Edwards. Let's see if we get some better offers. Booker the 4th. No, no, and no. A depth D tackle, wide receiver in a 7th. I'm good. I'm good for right now, and we are moving on into the cut day screen. All right. Let's see who no longer is a Chicago Bear. We did all the bring-ins. Who are exiting? Samis Reyes at left end. What is going on with this dude? This dude's just having fun in the NFL playing different positions. We're keeping him. Samis Reyes is going to win us a Super Bowl. Jake Tongus. We're keeping him. Practice squad. Tongus. That sounds like a great name. Sterling Weatherford. He's honestly... I don't honestly hate that. He has good athleticism. He could make a roster spot down the road right now. Not so much. Kellen Deesh. If they go practice squad, they go to practice squad. Practice squad. Jerry Green... Has a lot of green to him. 85 speed, 81 hit power, 80 tackling. I like that depth out of him. We'll see. Um, Emmett Baldwin's younger though. Emmett Harvin, I mean, over Jerry Green. 2763. We just have better. We just got more depth. We definitely... Trayvon Coley can stay. Nasimba Webster. Definitely wide receiver position needs to be cut down. Darius Fountain's good to go. Velas Jones, you go to the practice squad. We have too many track stars. Jalen Holmes. We'll cut him. We like Greg Stroman. Is there a different corner I can get rid of than Greg Stroman? I like Greg Stroman. Yes, Jalen Jones. Go away. Even though you have athleticism. So now, Carl Hilton will be the leader of our cornerback group over... That's a big upgrade in my opinion. Just saying, that's a big upgrade. Greedy Williams will be the other corner. That's beautiful. Kyler Gordon will play that slot. We have Michael Ojemudia at the 4. I love this cornerback group more than I did previous. I am very excited about this team. Our safeties are set. Our linebackers. Let's look at the depth on them. We have a bunch of them now. Josh Allen needs to go down to the left end position. It's just going to be interesting to see. That big contract signing of this year being Josh Allen. I think it was the perfect move to set us up. We didn't draft offensive linemen in the draft or D-line in the draft, other than our D-tackle position. We spent high on. We spent the fourth overall pick on our nose tackle, but then got a really big gem with that cornerback in Hilton to kind of make up for it. But I don't even hate it. I think if that guy grows, really shows it, he could be our guy for 9+ seasons. And then that makes that fourth overall pick kind of worth it. And who knows, maybe he becomes a monster. He had some good block shed or good moves to him as well. That's another thing that drew our eye. He has some moves to him. He might be able to put up like 5-6 sacks a season. We're really trying to turn this Bears team around. We're going to see if that star dev guy pans out this season on the opposite side of Josh Allen, or we might be using a valuable pick on a pass rusher. We have to cut one more player. Al-Qadim Muhammad. What's our now looking at our outside linebackers? Baldwin. We like the depth in Baldwin. Jason McClendon he just doesn't have that much athleticism. I like Andre Anthony at least somewhere being out there on special teams. Alright. And now we move to week 1 of the season where we face the San Diego Chargers. Thank you, Chris Talbot. After the stream splice, SmackDown time for sure. Let's just scheme up, and then we're good to go. We're still not a high overall team. This team may get it done, but it may not get it done at all. What we're going to do is we're going to do Claypool. We're going to get Belovis and... Let's give Barrett the shot. Give Barrett the slot and see how Mooney does in the 2, I guess. We'll do. We'll try that out the first half of the season. See how everything goes. Whitehair. Patrick's not horrible. Jones. Give Leatherwood the shot again. Got Johnson to be a good quality too. I think this is going to be great. This has a low-key successful team written all over it. The underdog squad. Deion Jones getting another chance out there. Playing that 4-3 defense. Chris Barnes, we want to move to the outside linebacker. Nah, we're just going to leave it. We're going to leave it this season. We can be a totally bad team. We have so much money to work with going into year 2. I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with everything. We're doing just fine. I'm good with all that. Let's just get schemed up. West Coast spread, not going to work in this offense anymore. I say air raid. No. The spread offense, that makes sense. We're putting the offense Justin Fields is going to succeed in. We have 5 out of 6 playmakers. We need a pass protector tackle. I'm pretty sure Jones is a agile right tackle we can up the scheme a little bit more with. Moving him over to the right. I'm pretty sure he's agile. And then Leatherwood will play the left tackle position. He is agile, so that will be a perfect switch over. We're going to move Brandon Jones to be our right tackle this season. Braxton Jones, my bad. Braxton Jones will be our right tackle to start the season with Alex Leatherwood at the left. We'll hope to see him hold up. Borom, no, we're going Leatherwood. Donafi, 65 overall lineman. 22 years old. Give him the shot over Leatherwood. Leatherwood's already had a chance. Why not go with Donafi and see what he has at tackle? This is a real big prove-it year for a bunch of people, especially Barrett. Barrett's getting the first shot over our second round 99 speed guy. Let's just make sure at kick returner he's there. Barlow, kick returner. Give him some role, right? Barrett's just looking like the better player, Madden saying. So we have our everything. Let's go to midseason. Let's see what this Bears team got. Let's see if we need to make some trade deadline moves. Clear some cap, make some moves, bring some guys in we can sign in long term. This is the real year 1, so we got to start getting through. Not winning a single game so far. That's crazy. Let's look at league stats. Is Fields just not liking his receivers? Do we trade away Chase Claypool? Do we full on go into the young rebuild? Only 1,100 passing yards, 6 touchdowns. He's not doing good in this offense. 6 touchdowns to 5 picks, but just hasn't been able to get any offense going. Parrish has looked pretty dang good in his few plays. Rushing. No run game out of Khalil Herbert. Or Chase Edmonds. So no run game. Passing game's been difficult for Fields. We haven't really gotten it together. It re-gave Scotty Miller the slot. Alright, let's make some moves. This team is not going to work. Might as well sell it. And get our cap space. That is a big thing. But we also need to be careful that because we don't have penalty, we have no cap penalty. Right? We have great cap space. We have Eddie Jackson on 2 more big years. We have Josh Allen in our future roles. Hargraves just this season, and he hasn't really produced. Josh Allen, we haven't really seen the defense either. Whitehair is expensive, but we'll wait till the offseason to see if he's a movable contract. We'll just have to see if the defense is really panning out. Justin Fields is coming down to his cheap years. Parrish might get his go next season. I think it's crazy we still have Robert Quinn. Okay, that's fine. I don't know. I'm not really too impressed with the team. The only move I will probably be making at the deadline is trading away Chase Claypool while he has value, because he hasn't panned out here in Chicago. Didn't look good in real life in Chicago in that half season. Hasn't put up too much here. So let's see if we get a Browns team that wants Claypool back in that division. Will they go aggressive and go second rounder? They will not. And I'm fine with that. I think Claypool's like a third, fourth round guy. We hope to get we're not going to do a fifth for Claypool. We get a third round pick out of Claypool. Not bad. We'll take that. That's crazy. So now, Claypool. Is off the team, so now we get to readjust the wide receivers. I'm going to make this Fields team this season. Fields, first season, 3 wins. Didn't look bad in real life last season, but the team just hasn't looked the way it needs to be. Darnell Mooney's going into the 1. Barrett's going in at the 2. Barlow's going to come in at the 3. We're going to put the specialist on Barrett, and we're going to hope it stays. Borum took the left tackle. Let's just put Leatherwood back in. Let's just get Leatherwood back in there. Let's look at these stats, really get to understand what went on. But we saw Claypool's not doing much. Mooney's not even doing much. We might want to trade him too. Completely reset at the wide receiver position. Because I don't know. Maybe none of these guys were the fits. But we have to see. So let's see if we can get another pretty decent pick. Out of Darnell Mooney. Who's $1 million cap hit. He's $1 million for the rest of the season. And he's going to have to be re-signed. He hasn't played to the way we wanted him to so far. Why not see if we can get an easy second out of him? What team needs receiver? No team looking for definite need at receiver. Browns just got theirs in Claypool. The Packers. We get a 2 and a 4 out of Mooney. They finally get Aaron Rodgers some weapons? Or is Aaron Rodgers gone? Wow, it's Trubisky season. Christian Watson. Romeo Dubs. Julio Jones. They come in with an offer. Darnell Mooney and a 7 for a 2. And we move forward. We'll do a 6. We'll do a 6. That's fine. That sweetens the deal a little bit. 6th round pick and Mooney for another round 2 selection. So we got a round 2 and round 3 selections out of our wide receivers. And we are just going to wing it out the rest of the season. If we're not going to be a good team, that is alright. The first 2 hours of work, just of taking careful steps, just blew up in our faces a little bit. But now we have all 3 of our athletic rookies for Justin Fields to throw to. And we're going to see who. Barlow looks like a true number 1. Barrett, he's going to be our slot, so we'll put him there. Belovis is our highest overall guy. We got to put playmakers to keep the spread scheme, so we'll do playmaker. We're going to hope we get some good play out of these guys for the rest of the season. And our depth chart doesn't get messed up. And if it does, hopefully 2 of them at least play. And if Burlows doesn't play, we weren't even thinking about really giving him too much time. He's a little too raw of a wide receiver. But let's see how these Bears turn themselves around. 0-6. Justin Fields, 54% pass completion percentage. Just over 1,000 passing yards in his first 6 games. It's just same Bears team. It's same Bears team. We haven't found offensive play. Khalil Herbert hasn't shown to be the guy. We finished 7-10. That's insane. That's actually funny as heck. And that sucks because we were 0-6 and then we finished 7-10. So what does that do for us? Why? Goes from 11 to 2,700 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, to 9 interceptions. He bolstered up with these receivers. Khalil Herbert turned himself around a little bit, at least got more carries. A big thing was giving him carries. But that 3.4 and 3.2 just did not do enough. Fields with 500 yards. Gotta love that. That works out pretty well. Tristan Ebner getting 75 carries in the running offense. Fumbling 3 times. We need to get a third running back if we're going to run three backs. Edmonds can be the third back. Let's get someone better than Herbert, to be honest, because that wasn't even good enough for us. So running back's definitely a need. Looking at receivers, Barlow, we had 4 receivers work in the second half. Barlow got his 570. Boulevaz got his 540. Scotty Miller got 500 of his own. He already had a little bit, though. He had, like, 150 yards or whatever, so he had 350 to finish off the season. And Torrey Barrett with the best, like, where is it? Average yards per carry, or reception, that's what I'm trying to find. Yeah, he had the best out of Boulevaz Barlow with 18.8, so that's pretty great. We got some receivers to work with. This was a very weird season that we turned it around in. Alex Leatherwood gave up 6 sacks in the second half. Braxton gave up 9 the whole season, so that's great. Borom put 5 up, but Leatherwood played more snaps than Borom did. Patrick played a lot of snaps. Donofi showed that he has good potential to be a lineman. 270 snaps with no sacks. All right, nothing really to take away other than Cody Whitehair is a trade block potential player because of that contract. 6 sacks given up in the interiors, kind of a little high. But we will have to see what's next for the Chicago Bears team that went from 0-6 to 7-10 and showed a real fight with our 3 young wide receivers. Do we go get wide receivers now? Let's go see what players we have to re-sign. Who was the Super Bowl this year? Last year was Chiefs and Eagles, and the Chiefs win. This year it's Chiefs Cowboys, and the Chiefs win. Wow. That's crazy. Alright. 7-10 season. So going 0-6, we went 7-4 in our last 11. So that's pretty crazy. We're going to see if Justin Fields is our guy this year. We have $166 million to work with again. And now we go to team salaries to see if we can unload Cody Whitehair. So we have even more to work with in a hopeful better class where we now kind of have an ability to go get better guys. 18.1, we might want a free Eddie here. Right now our cap penalty is at $700K. We would get taken away from us. We clear 14 into our saving pool. Not bad. Our pending contracts, the ones looking like they'll come back is maybe Hargrave. We haven't even looked at the defensive stats. That's going to be a big thing. Edmonds for 1 more year will come back. DJ Edwards might come back. Got some depth, but right now we got to work on our expensive deals. 18.1 for Eddie Jackson. That's going to be a release. We can talk to him later, but that is just easy money to come back into our pockets. Getting $14 million back into that free agency, is very nice. Whitehair, $10 million saved, 3 we'll take a penalty for. So we'll take $7 million in penalty, but we really get to be spenders if we want to in this free agency class. Eventually that cap penalty goes away, right? As long as we don't keep doing it and we keep working on our contracts. Hargrave we can let go. Komet's coming back on a deal. Yeah, let's go look at the defensive stats. But we got rid of Whitehair and Eddie Jackson, even if they had great seasons, because it's a rebuild phase for sure. We looked insane in our last 11 games, so we at least get to look at upgrading and actually being a threat instead of being 0-6 and trying to come back like a Washington Commanders. We don't want to be like that. We want to upgrade, and if we see a quarterback that is unreal, Justin Fields' jobs might be on the line. But we now have like the 12th or 14th pick in the draft because we decided to go well. That's another thing to think about. Upgrade players. We'll do that in a minute. But we'll go and look at the stats on the season, see what we're working with other than receivers and running backs and linemen. Let's go look at this defense. We decided to make no defensive plays. And just went to the end of the season. Justin Fields, not horrible. Let's see what he does next season. He could be our quarterback of the future. I'm not sold yet. Komet, like we said, best receiving threat we had, so we have to bring him back. No question. And Deion Jones, like we said, came back with a resurgence. 144 tackles, 6 picks. 2 for loss, played great at linebacker. Chris Barnes played great at linebacker. Brisker playing that Cameron Crowe role. And then let's look at the other interceptions. Hilton didn't have a pick. but he had 86 tackles, 3 for loss, and 33 catches allowed. Carl Hilton had a struggle year. But let's upgrade him. 2 points. Let's get his man-to-man up. Let's get him better. Only 1 man. So he's at 70 now. He's a 77 overall player. Kind of got used to the league. He got a little beat up, though, in his year 1. 33 catches with 0 picks. 33 catches allowed to 0 interceptions is kind of eye-opening, but we need to find a new free safety this offseason. Yeah, we also do need to look at sacks and TFLs. Sacks. 9 for Josh Allen, 14 TFL, so he did great. He did great for his first season. Hopefully he can do even better. Travis Gibson, not bad. I think he can be a great rotational guy. Robert Quinn came in a little bit too. Even more than Gibson did. Put some things on the board, but he's not going to be here any longer unless we bring him back to continue mentoring. Milton Williams looked great. Hargraves, alright. I think Milton Williams can move forward. And then, how did Carlos Henry do? He played depth role. Okay. We didn't really allow him to do anything this season. Alright. Well, that is a season behind us, and we know exactly what to do this season. Carlos Henry still needs to be our guy, even though we didn't really give him much to work with this season. Hilton looked... Our first 2 draft picks have not looked like it's been them. Does not look like they were hits so far. Our cornerback, 33 catches allowed, 0 interceptions, and Carlos Henry did not get the snaps to showcase. He had half a sack, 2 TFLs, and 22 tackles. Alright, going into negotiation phase. I'm not too worried, man. We just cleared 14 and 24 million. We're at 191 to work with. Hargrave, I think we're going to look elsewhere at first. We're going to withdraw him. Cole Kmet, we want to bring him back for the long term. I don't think he'll be too expensive. 5 years, around the $7-8 million mark. Gets to 9 in the later years. I'm happy with that. Come back, Cole Kmet. And he's taking a different route. Can we franchise tag? Do I want to franchise tag? I don't want to franchise tag. Caro Santos we can bring back to be our kicker for 2 more years. Just get kicker out of the way. Welcome back. So people are not exactly wanting to resign, so we got to keep that in mind. Chase Edmonds wants to come back. We want only 1 more year with him. He's not getting 3. He can go somewhere else if he wants 3. We'll give him a little bit of a boost and money to 4. He's happy to stay. It's cool. We have some cap space. Have some, not too much, but David Edwards lost his start of. He's a $1 million contract, so, or more of a near 4. Okay, $4 million deal. He wants to leave. That's fine. We'll find depth elsewhere this class. Travis Gibson lost his start of, which is alright. I do like him, as he definitely showed he could be good edge depth. So I want to do 2 years. Give him like $6 million bucks, like a normal like third guy edge guy. I think 6 is worth it. Robert Quinn's gonna go. I think did he just ask for 6? No. I think he will take this if he does 3 straight up. Okay. Good luck, Robert Quinn. We were just trying to keep you around because you're like the Ryan Kerrigan for the Bears. John Ross. Why does Well bring back? He just fits the style of the spread offense we're doing. And if he gets some plays out there, he gets some plays out there. Michael Ajamuda, he's fine to return. I like him. Get some lengthy corners. Still 172 to work with. Tight end. Juwan Johnson can definitely get it done. Cole Kmet, let's look at his career, right? I don't think he's had a rookie season, or sorry, rookie contract that really screams like a big $8-9 million deal. I don't think Cole Kmet has really deserved it. I know he has great potential, and that's why I wanted to keep him. He's not gotten over 600. He's been a very consistent 50-60 catch guy the past 3 seasons. And he had a 7 touchdown season. So, like, there's good parts about Cole Kmet. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think franchise tagging is worth it. We'll give him a look in free agency, but he doesn't want to be here anymore. He doesn't want to be here anymore. We can look elsewhere for tight end or give the job to Juwan Johnson. And alright, players ready to negotiate. Free agency week 1. Yeah, we're good to go. We have so much money in Chicago, it's not even funny. This is potentially the year to spend. Last 11 games, 7-4. There's no reason not to go and look and start making long-term plays. If there are any, this could be a bad class. Wow. Two under 3 winning seasons. Trade away Justin Fields, get some draft capital out of it, and try and go for one of these quarterback offers. Okay. It's just, I'm sorry. I'm just discombobulated. I know that this happens, but we have 4 QBs that we can call the future of our franchise. Because if we don't, and I don't think it's entirely unrealistic, because we're in a position where Fields just looked decent. Like, we can't say he's this, like, he is the guy for our team. Won 3 games in his first real year, right? Then won 0 games in his first 6, and then went 7-4 in his last 11. Does that really, like, keep him his job when there's 4 top QBs and Tua with no offers on it? He doesn't like our spread scheme. Hurts doesn't care about the scheme. Yeah. If Lamar cared about the spread scheme, oh my God, this is our quarterback. We are so happy to, like, I just want to make sure. I wish I knew if it was realistic. Oh my God. I'm gonna shoot a call real quick. I'm gonna phone a friend. I am going to phone a friend. Yo, I need to phone a friend.
Okay.
Alright, so realistic rebuild, right? You're one of the actual rebuild. 0-6 in our first 6, and then 7-4 in our last 11. Didn't miss the playoffs, and now I'm in a situation where there's Lamar, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, and Tua Tagovailoa in free agency. And I'm just thinking, because Justin Fields had a decent season after the first 6 games, but he hasn't proved to be the top guy yet.
Yeah.
And you have 4 top guys right here. Is it entirely unrealistic to pick up one of these guys?
Realistic-wise, I think they'd probably stick with Fields. Franchise-wise, I would get a guy and then trade Fields for a first.
Yeah, I just see like there's still some realism anyway across the board because, well, I'm running a spread scheme and Lamar Jackson's available. Justin Fields was decent, but then when you have Lamar, that's like the top of the QB of that scheme.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because just think in real life, if Fields doesn't have a great season this year, and then Lamar hits free agency, if Bears want to keep on doing the same scheme, that's a place for Lamar to go.
Yeah, that's true. And they have a lot of cap space, so I wouldn't rule it out for them.
I have $172 million to work with. I just cleared Eddie Jackson and Cody Whitehair, and I had 160 beforehand, and they were both over $10 million deals with low cap penalties.
Mm-hmm.
So I have so much money to work with, and it's like there's some unrealism just because you're going and getting Lamar Jackson and Madden.
I don't think it's unrealistic to do it. I think it's unrealistic that all these guys are available.
I agree. I do need to take a tone to that. Lamar makes sense, though. Herbert doesn't make sense. Hurts won't make sense. Lamar and Tagovailoa make sense, just out of real-life storyline.
Yeah, I would go for Lamar. I would just get Lamar, trade Fields.
I agree with you. Thank you.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright. I'll talk to you later, man.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Yeah.
Alright, we have a better understanding. Talk to the assistant general manager real quick of the Chicago Bears. And Lamar Jackson being here, you just cannot not do a deal. Now, I don't want him till he's 33, 34. I think what he's asking for in 5 years is perfect. And I want to make him the highest paid quarterback. Because I can. Because I literally can. We saved all our cap space to make him the highest paid quarterback. We are bringing in our guy to finish our first episode of the series. Hopefully in the next season or two. We are really putting a offer down of $55 million a season projected. But it's really going to look like 48, 51, 54, 58, 61. Which might be okay if cap progresses, right? So, $55 million over 5 years. Total strength, not that great. He doesn't really want to come here. It's still green bar over the Vikings. No one else is really giving Lamar Jackson a real offer either. Which really, really is amazing for us in the Lamar Jackson push. He got franchise tagged. They didn't want him. They let go of him. This is the time to get Lamar. We need a running back. Cam Akers could be our full-time back. Let's go and make an offer on him too. This is not like there's a top running back and I'm getting both the top running back and quarterback. Cam Akers is a decent running back. Let's see if he can break out in a Chicago spread offense that he likes. He's coming into a scheme fit. So we are getting guys for Lamar. We are getting guys for Lamar. Could we get one good established wide receiver in Gabe Davis? Yes, I say so. This is our spend year. Gabe Davis in this offense. And then we will get to figure out which 2 out of the 3 of those wide receivers will be Lamar Jackson's guys. That is going to be something we get to figure out, but we're going to throw an offer in on Gabe Davis as well. We are putting our money in. We still have 104 to work with. Tight end wise, we can think about Cole Kmet coming back. We'll throw him an offer. Why not? Now give him the deal. We'll give him literally the same deal. Yep, that's the same deal. For him to take. If he's testing the market, he doesn't like it, you can come back on that. We need tackle. Jedrick Will's available. Our left tackle positions are weakest. We are establishing our team now. This is a established year. Jedrick Wills is another guy that we can bring in to establish our team. We are letting go of some of our cap space because the class is nice now. Josh Jones, just not good enough. We're good there. Does he want cheap money, though? If he wants like 3-4 million, he wants 6. That's a little high. Getting someone different than white hair. We don't have really good interior guys. I want Braxton Jones to go into the interior for the long term. But we don't have linemen like that. We do have Donati that played pretty well last season that we can give a bigger look to. Urza Cleveland. That's a steal of a deal. We have our 5 offers, though. He has an offer. Let's take an offer off. Targeted. Anyone with 0 targets. Or are we going... We're going in hunts with people. Jedrick Wills. Cole Kmet. Withdraw offer. And we are going to go get our left guard. A good depth left guard for right now. We'll see if Cole Kmet gets someone. We're not really too scared of losing Cole Kmet. He's a very good player, though, that we cannot forget about. But Urza Cleveland's the better David Andrews, or whatever that guy's name was. 3-year deal at a nice, cheap $5 million bucks. You can't hate that. $15 million for 3 years for a guy with good development in him. Phil Haynes only wants 2.3 million bucks, so we can definitely work with that. We can totally work with that. Okay. Phil Haynes. Oh wait. Now we evaluate. Did it just take it all away? My signings. Oh, wait. We got all 5. Okay, good. Urza, Jedrick, Cam Akers, Gabe Davis, and Lamar Jackson. We really went spending. The Patriots get Jalen Hurts. Herbert's still out there. Tua now has an offer on him. But now, we go put a play on Cole Kmet. Still has no offer, so we're going to go throw our offer in, and hopefully we get another good player to return. Another 50-plus catch guy. I honestly want to give him the deal now. I don't mind, like, $10 million in his last season. He's a 50-catch guy, and then we'll see if he can break out into even more catches this season. He's going to potentially just continue to do better, or this could be a very, very bad deal. So I honestly don't want to do 5 years. I want to do like 2 years, and I'll give him like $10 million a season. I'm honestly down giving him like $10 million a season. For 2 years. Just so we don't lock into anything we don't know about. We don't know if he's going to be like up in the upper echelon of tight ends, or if he's just going to be a mid guy, and locking him to 5 years is really not needed, because then we can find a Kyle Pitts in the draft sometime soon, for sure. Got Urza Cleveland. We got some depth. I wanted to get this right guard in Phil Haynes. Michael Schofield, former Bear. Honestly, he could be good depth. He wants to come here to finish out his career. Give him 1 year. Give him some good money. Right tackle. All good. The end. James Houston the fourth as depth. He's not going to want a lot of money, so we're going to long-term him as a good depth D end. James Houston the fourth. Welcome to the team for the long term. Just continuing to throw money now. We don't need Taki. No one that we don't need Deion Jones or... Yeah, no one over Chris Barnes or Deion Jones that we really care about. Robert Spillane, though. We like Robert Spillane. Let's get some more depth at the linebacker position. He doesn't want any money. So, perfect. Robert Spillane going to join the team. How many more? One more. Willie Gay. That's a pickup. Superstar Dev wants this contract. Please? I'm down to do this. We'll do 7.5. A little 7.5 action. Willie Gay. There we go. Evaluate the offers. Unless there's cornerback that we care about. Isaiah Rodgers. No offers. Evaluate. Now I need to get you on the team. Get him at free safety. Solid. Patrick Peterson only has 83 speed. Any other corners? Kristen Fulton. I still want to believe in Hilton and Greedy. Isaiah Rodgers. Any slot corners down here, though? Kendall Sheffield, for sure. Cheap deal. Continuing to get players for the secondary. We still have 53 million in cap space. We figured out our free safety. I think we're good after that. Justin Fields is going to get traded away. All right. Brandon Ayuk's still available. Oh my gosh. I don't think him bringing in Gabe and Brandon Ayuk would be a best look. We let go of Power Rush D tackle. Could have got like Derek Brown for it. Let's see what Power Rush we got left. Rental has won a Super Bowl. Fletcher Cox. Man, all right. I'm honestly excited about this team. We could have got Darnell Savage too, but we looked elsewhere early on, and we still got our guy in Isaiah Rodgers. So now we move our focus over to the draft. We are already happy with all the moves we made. We got some big players coming over to Chicago. Wide receiver, cornerback. We like that being our 5-star. Looking at quarterback, there's a great strong arm quarterback. Some great quarterbacks in the class. This is the best scrambler in Kevin Adams. Could have looked towards the draft instead of Lamar, but Lamar, it just made too much sense for us. We had so much money. We wanted to get the deal done. Justin Fields is going to be great draft capital. Go elsewhere with. Wide receiver, we can always just think that these guys were just given the role, and they aren't going to be top tier, but they're going to be okay. If there is a wide receiver worth looking at, Harvey Dobbs. We don't really have that big guy anymore. He has great speed. 6'5", 232 with 4.42 speed. That's the tight end we were talking about. But we just signed. That really ruins like Jawan Johnson, and we can make him expendable. But Harvey Dobbs, we definitely don't want to forget about. We won't trade up for the guy because we don't exactly need it. Tackle we're still looking for sure. This guy's a good, like, both, if that makes sense. He can run and pass block. He's more dimensional and probably the best, like, day one starter for us to succeed in. For left tackle, right tackle, we don't know anything about this guy. We're going to want to, like, use our scouting stuff on him. Our workout on Henry Jenkins for sure. Because that might be the guy. He's a power guy. We need pass protector. That's another thing for the West Coast, or sorry, for the spread scheme. He's a power guy. Our pass protector comes down here in Isaiah. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really the pass protector we're looking for. Max Westerman has some good depth to him, so we'll make sure favorite him, so he's a late round pick for us. Stephen Cool. Good inside guy. Great run block out of Ronnie Mays. But we need agile guys. Jamison Jeffries, if we need an agile guy, is our guy. Even Enrique Fields are our scheme fits for right guard. Power rusher. Right here. Daniel Myers, he's just not like the biggest guy, but he has some good ability to him. He gives me good depth, but I'm not really too sure about our edge rush on the other side of Josh Allen yet. Maybe we use Fields instead of Picks for an edge rusher. Right here, good run stopper, very good run stopper in George Eisen. That really hurts our 4th overall pick of last year, him being here, because he's so good. And our speed rushers are just too short for my liking. Now this is a guy we need to keep an eye on. Aaron Miller. That's another late round pick I want to bring in. Another corner is always needed. Great catching, great pressing. Needs time to develop in his coverage stats. But he's 6'2" and speedy. If we want to finish off our cornerback core, Rudy Hill. Greedy can play slot. We will have our corners. Rudy Hill is our pick. But we need to figure out our pass rush situation. It's literally, we don't even need cornerback that bad, but there's just not options in the draft for edge rusher. So now let's see if there's good edge rusher options that we can see break out on the other side of Josh Allen. That is going to be top priority in week 2 of free agency. Is seeing if we can find a pass rusher so we can continue to just load up on picks with Fields. Clowney's gone. That would have been a nice one. And then it falls. Next side. Carl Granderson. Has some... I like Carl Granderson as a depth option where we may not be able to use Fields for. But Carl Granderson, he does the job. So let's get him on the team. We're coming in and stealing him over 2 people. Perfect. The Jaguars are not going to be able to get Granderson. We signed him for a little bit of an expensive deal. A 1 year, 6.5. Come try and take the job, Granderson. Let's see if he can have a nice season. But now, it's time to trade away Fields. Brandon Ayuk joins the Giants. Helps that team get better. Maybe they'll make the Super Bowl this season for the NFC. With the Cowboys and the Eagles the past 2 years. Alright, I'm excited. Let's do this. The end. For our team that needs a quarterback. Oops. Russell Wilson just isn't the guy. This is the honest, perfect team if they have a pass rusher because they're stuck with Russell Wilson's contract, right? But Justin Fields' cheap deal helps them have a successful quarterback while dealing with the Russell Wilson contract. Fields could be who Russell Wilson couldn't be for the Broncos. You got Zach Seiler. More of a run-stopping type guy, so not really our look. DJ Jones and Edward Glenn. Run stopper. He's a run. Okay. Yep. No. Not our look again. So we'll look at outside. Randy Gregory. Not really someone we're looking for. Jonathan Cooper. No. Baron Browning's a stand-up linebacker. He's not bad. But he's not what we're looking for. And that would be Nick Bonito. Oh my gosh. Nick Bonito. I don't even think we have to give up Fields for a potential guy. I'm down to give up like a 4th rounder for Nick Bonito. Let's see if he comes here. He does. So that's at least someone to think about for next season. If we don't like the Fields options for edge rusher, Nick Bonito, I'm honestly happy trying to develop. The Buccaneers don't have someone. They got Jordan Love right now as their guy. I think Love took them to a good season, though. So did Russell Wilson. Love had a breakout year. I want to make Love good. I'm going to make Love good real quick so he doesn't... Like, Love had an absolute insane year. Stats and contracts. No, we'll edit Jordan Love in a second, but 5,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, 14 picks. He's the guy for Tampa. Kyler. Chargers lost Herbert. Another great spot. Throw picks at him. There is a quarterback for them to get in the draft, though, so I wouldn't be too mad if they say no to Fields here. I don't think Fields would get a 1, 2, and 3. Maybe a 1 and 2. They'd have to give up $2 million in cap space. We'll take their cheapest, or we'll take $2.5 million of their worst player. We can take in cap space. Morgan Fox, that's a beautiful move for both sides. 40K. Frick. I only need the first. So we can just throw in another trash player. Morgan Fox, that's another. We get our edge rush. We get a top 15 pick at 15. Anyone we can use. Nick Neiman. JT Woods at free safety. I like JT Woods. Okay. Fields wouldn't even do a first. We're going somewhere else. Mahomes. Not even think about it. Colts. Commanders. Colts for Fields. They have money. You want ours? We get a first round pick. They get Justin Fields. Alright. The Colts now have their quarterback. And then now the Buccaneers have their quarterback, because we're not going to have a 69 overall, have 5,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, and not become like an 81. So we're going to help Buccaneers become a good team. Jordan Love looks pretty nice now. As a QB, had a very good season. We're going to see him continue to progress it. Superstar Dev. We're going to give him 92 throw power, 94 short, 88, 90 mid, 84 deep, a good throw on the run, work on his pressure a little bit. Work on his play action. There we go. Now Jordan Love can really succeed here in Tampa Bay. Alright, so that's perfect. The Buccaneers have their quarterback. They took a chance on Jordan Love. The Packers trade away Jordan Love. Why not? It succeeded for them for sure. Okay. Sim to draft. No, we got to go one more week. We got Nick Benito for next season at pass rush. Not what it exactly looked for, but we also didn't think we were going to bring in Lamar Jackson this season. And we'll still have so much money. But Eddie Jackson turned into a faster, younger Isaiah Rodgers. Cody Whitehair. We didn't really address line too much, but Urza Cleveland. Not a bad option to replace Whitehair. Younger. 75 overall with star. Not bad. And now, we need to go figure out this right tackle, if that's going to be our selection. We now have 20 and like 13 in this draft class. And one of those picks could be that wide receiver. We don't see him in the top 10 prospects. Henry Jenkins, though, they're at 9. Is this the future of our franchise? In Harvey Dobbs. It ain't this week. We'll just move on. We'll see what we do. Jermaine Green's not bad. Don't need any more linebackers, though. Deion Jones has that job. Yeah, George Ison might be the actual run stopper of this team, and our 4th overall pick from a year ago might not even be our guy at all. It's kind of crazy. Let's sim to the draft and see what happens. Something that I forgot to do. Who is the Seahawks quarterback a year later after not taking our option? And now the Texans had their quarterback of the future? And let's also see if that was a worth it move. Seahawks. They picked up Tua. They went with Mike White this season and then picked up Tua. How did Mike White do in his only... Like, they did like a Geno Smith 2.0 with Mike White and believed in him. 40... Okay. You know what? Wow. Okay. And then now they believe in Tua Tagovailoa, who they paid the hella money. So. Alright. Tua Tagovailoa going over the Seahawks. And then the Texans, Anton Gilmore. Great throw power, no accuracy. Jamarcus Russell type player. Maybe that stirred off the Seahawks and they were like, you know what, we'll wait. And they waited, and then they got Tua, so I can't really be too mad at them. They did the same thing as us. But now Lamar is our guy. We could go select Dobbs and get him a big option. He can play receiver for the first season, and then when we don't feel like Cole Kmet's the guy anymore, because he's only here for 2 years, Dobbs can become our tight end of the future. But the Titans, our only first-round pick is at 20. Anthony Maynard will go to the Titans. Davon Troop to Washington, or to the Lions, sorry, out of Washington. Nicholas Cleveland, tackle, going to the Dolphins. Giants, another tackle. Arizona takes Henry Jenkins at 5.
On the clock now.
Stephen Cool.
Houston Texans.
Sherrod Bradshaw.
The Houston Texans.
Tyree Russell.
On the clock. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. It's now the San Francisco 49ers pick. They're up. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Harvey Dobbs going 11 to the 49ers after losing Brandon Ayuk. Okay. So it won't be the receiver.
It's the Bears now on the clock.
I didn't see us really needing to trade up. We believe in Nick Benito this season at edge rush. Our linebackers played really well. Our safeties, we're going to hope, play really, really well. We still believe in the same 2 corners. So we didn't trade up for that quarterback unless he's still there. Rudy Hill's still there. So we actually can go and take Rudy Hill right here to be another focal point of our cornerback group. Wide receiver. Do I see anyone? Great deep route out of Tyler Prince. Has some extra overall advantage. We already have 3 guys that are track stars, though. He's not even the biggest of track stars, but he has that agility too, though, that makes him a bigger threat than those guys. Can catch. Could have really good catch in traffic. Tyler Prince ain't bad, but we're not going to take him here. We're going to take our corner. Rudy Hill. Don't hate it.
The Carolina Panthers now
95 speed, 93 excelled, 92 jumping. Our corners are set. Greedy will go into the slot. Isaiah's going out to free safety. We're keeping Brisker. We're keeping Deion Jones. We're bringing in Spillane. We're also going to have Chris Barnes.
The Chicago Bears.
And now we have an early second-round pick. Maybe that receiver's still there. I would definitely take him here. I definitely like him more than our last year 99 speed guy, just because there's way more that this guy can do. Tyler Prince right there. And we're going to take him. We're going to hope for hidden development here in the second round. It is a hidden dev, 95, 96, 96. This guy is actually going to be nuts, in my opinion. Good catching, potentially good catch in traffic, good deep route. His medium route's ass. But then does his short route kind of come back for him a little bit? Not really at all. Could just still be another deep threat, but has that extra agility and change of direction that those guys don't have. We went and got another track star to continue the depth of this new Chicago Bears team. We really revamped our receivers. We got rid of Mooney. We got rid of Claypool. Brought in 3 receivers in our first draft. All put up like 500 yards apiece. Helped Fields look good at the end of the season. Now he's a Colt. And now we have Lamar. And now we have Gabe Davis. Prince is going to be there. Who's going to be that third guy? Is it going to be Brackett? Is it going to be Barlow or the other guy that's kind of close to his name? But corner and receiver are set. Looks like our guy is no longer there. For the interior, we can still look for a power rusher. He has good power moves. Any power moves with some good block shed? A good finesse move guy. You know what? We're still in the second round, so can't really do that. Power rusher, 6'3", 269 on the inside. Has some good ability left to him. Dwayne Greer. Could come in and play some D-tackle for us behind Fletcher Cox. Not a bad pick. Great speed, excel, and strength to be in the interior. So that is big. It's a good pick right there. Not going to wild anyone, but definitely some picks that we need to bolster up this team. We still haven't decided our left tackle position. That's another one that we are still trying to figure out. Tackle. Not much really still there. Ricky Hyder. Kind of gives me... I'm going to make a reach on Ricky Hyder here. I want him now. 6'7" with some good abilities to him. Has great strength at 6'7". Mauler type left tackle. We don't really have a for sure left tackle, so he could definitely at least be him for now. We had to decide that, and we have one more good pick before we start hitting the 5th round. Hopefully that decides our left tackle position. Can always look at an interior guy. Cody Pritchett. And I might come back and take Nick Elliott later if he's still available. But Cody Pritchett, day 3 pick, 21-year-old center with hidden dev. A lead block, A pass block, pass protector. Little light to go to the left tackle position and go to a scheme fit. But we could do it. And see how he does.
The Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock now.
And we'll let the draft go through for the rest of our guys. So after a big year 1 off season, going into year 2 of our rebuild. The Chicago Bears with Lamar Jackson, Gabe Davis. We have some big weapons now. We're still only like a 78. Kind of crazy, in my opinion. But it looks like Urza Cleveland's going to get a starting spot in Whitehair's position. Pritchett is a 72. We did get Wills. I don't even know why we took that left tackle position, because we got Wills. And Wills, I'm pretty sure, is pass protector. He is. So that's perfect. We have pass protector for the next 5 seasons. And Pritchett kind of ruins the spread scheme at the second. Is Leatherwood an agile guy? No. He's just depth. Alright. Well, the great thing is Prince is a 75 with a hidden dev, so that solves a position. We're going to release Scotty Miller because we want one of the guys to be the third this season. We want to see what we got. Just upping his route running, and he's great. Tyler Prince is great. These guys are good that we drafted a year ago, but Tyler Prince is great, and we are going to release Scotty Miller so he doesn't mess with us anymore. We'll take our $1 million cap penalty out of that. Thank you, Scotty Miller, for one good season. He only had like 30 catches and 300 yards, but nonetheless. Okay, we're going to bring all of our guys up, and we're going to decide. Ross, you're all the way down. Barlow was the best player, but we already have deep threats. So Barlow's the worst option for deep threat. Do we go Boulavas or Barrett? I think Barrett's the slot corner for us. Or slot receiver. Is two upgrade points. Continue up his playmaker. Torrey Barrett will probably be our guy this season. 23 years old out of Beth Cookman. Rodgers is going to get a free safety. Hilton had a bad season. We're going to give Hill the #1 role. Deion Jones lost his start of after a 144 tackle season. Let's just hope we're going to be able to hold it down again this season. Like the end of last season. But we have Lamar Jackson now over Justin Fields.
This is the development trait. Superstar and superstar X.
Let's mess with Lamar Jackson real quick.
This player has a zone ability. This is
of course he's going to keep Truz. Hot Route Master. Let's get our third downs. Want our gunslinger. Dashing Deadeye, passes perfect, all throws under 40 yards while running outside the pocket. And then sideline Deadeye. Alright, Lamar is our guy. All right, we are seasons in. Two upgrades to his short and medium, and that's going to be big. Lamar Jackson can definitely lead this offense. We didn't get a new tight end, and Cole Kmet did not come in. Okay, so Tongus gets a big spot on the third. We're going to go pick up a tight end. We're in the draft recap screen. Let's get out of that. Let's get another season through. Now we have 4 years to try and win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. We are in win now mode. After that 7-4 ending. We could have just kept rebuilding it with an 0-6 team. Kept Justin Fields, but I don't think we were going to keep Justin Fields unless he had an amazing season, honestly. But yeah, so this new Chicago team, let's hope they're still a little young in the secondary. We're gonna hope it works out. We're hoping the spread scheme works. Getting Lamar in, the best guy for the spread. Justin Fields is a top 5 for spread offenses, but we have the number 1. Let's make sure to get our tight end, just in case. Hopefully there's still a tight end behind Juwan Johnson that can work for us. Max Williams, I think he should work, but Josh Oliver, more athletic, can be that number 2 for the season. Let's get him in here. Let's work. And let's just hope we get some good results out of this Bears team. Let's hope we can get Deion Jones another season like he just did. If we can have that, I think we can be a great team. We're going to make sure Benito gets there. I don't think we got it off. We didn't. So they're going to make our cuts for us. I will make sure Nick Benito doesn't get cut. Adjust lineup. Do we have our 3 receivers? Those are also 3 guys that we can't lose right now. Barrett, Barlow, Blavis, perfect. And they got rid of John Ross. Okay. I can deal with that. And then Nick Benito. Quincy Williams come up to the top. Benito is going to go down to right end. It looks like we're already dealing with the Deion Jones injury this season. So maybe it was a great year, and now it's time to look for a future linebacker. Let's hope this injury isn't bad. It's like a week or 2. 4-week foot fracture. Chris Barnes is going to get an increased role immediately. Let's see if we can go trade for a middle linebacker because we are in win now mode. And if there's a good middle linebacker out there, we might be able to give up like a 2nd or 3rd round selection. I do think we did get rid of our 2nd round selection of this upcoming draft class, but I'm not positive on it. I am not positive on it. Barlow, Bulavis, and Barrett, Prince, Davis, bang. Johnson, all good. Dwayne Greer will go inside. We just want to see if they're... Why are we in the screen? I just needed to see the trade block. Trade block, middle linebackers. Let's see. Derek Carr at quarterback. Jayon Brown's a good option. Nakobe Dean's the long-term option, though. We want to get Nakobe Dean on this team. And we will throw a third-round pick for Nakobe Dean. We will throw high draft capital to bring in Nakobe Dean. I want him over Chris Barnes. I think Nakobe Dean will be the guy that could succeed Deion Jones after the season. That could be very scarce for Deion Jones, who will come back and take over his role. But till then, we have a guy, Emmett Harvin. It's all good, man. I'm sorry. One of our draft picks just was in the wrong spot. We already have our practice squad set. Nakobe Dean just comes in and instantly becomes our #1 middle linebacker for a third-round pick. We don't want to give up on this season just because our 140 tackle guy just went down. We want to hope. And another thing is, we could also, what we can make sure we do is put Gay back on the inside. Unless if we like Nakobe Dean that much to trust him in the top role. He has 89 speed, 85 hit power, just cannot block shed. We might be giving up some big run games this season, but at the same time, Nakobe Dean is a freak athlete that we needed to bring in to help bolster this playoff run that Lamar is hopefully going to take us to. Alright, let's get to midseason. Nakobe Dean will be our linebacker for 4 weeks. Don't really care who our slot corner is. Our two guys are top 2 corners, so it doesn't matter to me. We have corners. Any of them can play it. It doesn't bother me. Five and 2 Chicago. 5-2 Chicago. 7-4 to finish off last season. We switched quarterbacks for the best in the business. Then we get a 5-2 season in our second year. This is big. This is big. Do we want to bolster like our tight end position? Let's go look around the league for tight ends in their last year of the deal. I think tight end's the perfect spot to get an elite player, but who knows? Jawan, we just came off a 24-0 loss against the Eagles. So the Eagles are still going to be a massive threat to us. Alright, we'll take that into consideration. But tight ends around the league. We'll take a look at Jawan Johnson real quick. How has he been producing? We didn't keep Cole Kmet. We tried to give him 2 years, $10 million, but he didn't want it. He wanted somewhere else. Happens. We brought in Lamar. We brought in someone that could turn him from a 50 catch to an 80 catch guy. And Jawan Johnson hasn't really been anything more than what Cole Kmet's going to do, which is fine. But we can go and potentially get an elite tight end on 1-year deals. We only can find a guy that's about to come up on his contract. We can think about re-signing him. We have money while being in this window of winning. Ertz doesn't cut it. Kelsey's coming close, but don't think Kelsey would work. Logan Thomas, nah. Hendershot. Goddard's close, but no. Owen Moyer. Nothing crazy. Jeremy Ruckert. Not really where we're looking. Ian Thomas. Tommy Tremble. Tremble could be a future guy for us. Jonnu Smith can come bolster this tight end group on an expensive deal, but nah. Why would we? Mo Alley. John Bates went over to the Saints. behind Trotman. Will Disley ain't bad, but he isn't what we're looking for. I think we're good. Next thing, of course, something we'll say a lot, pass rush. We don't know if Benito's been our guy. I don't even think we put him in. No, Granderson is getting the start over Benito. So let's see how Carl Granderson's doing. If not, we're going to put Nick Benito in. We said Carl Granderson was going to be the guy opposite this season. Hasn't played. Has 5 tackles, 1 sack. So someone else has been playing. Hopefully it's Nick Benito. But it could have been Greer. It easily couldn't be Greer. Accidentally messing up our stuff. It isn't Nick Benito. It isn't Nick Benito, so it has to be Greer. And let's see how he's done. He's a power rusher, though, so we can't really take that away from him. And I think he is also perfect for it. Yeah, actually. Dwayne Greer could actually be our out. I was more thinking like run stopping. He's not even that crazy at it. He's actually in his right spot. Dwayne Greer could be our pick of the future of edge rush, actually. Because he was our 2nd round pick this past year. Has 5 sacks. 5 TFLs. He is actually somewhat of the answer for us. And then D-tackle, we're going Fletcher Cox and Carlos Henry. Henry is putting $7.9 million on us. But he's a 77. Run stopping D-tackle. We're hoping he can get the job done. Let's see how many TFLs he's putting up in the first half of the season. 2. Ah, come on. Fletcher Cox has to be playing well then. Hopefully he was what Javon Hargrave couldn't be for us. 4 TFLs coming off 7 and 9.5 sack seasons. I'm not too happy about that. We've still been struggling at the D-tackle position, but I mean, there's always going to be holes, right? It's hard to fulfill every single one in a rebuild. But let's look at the stats. Let's look at what Lamar has done for us this season to put us at a 5-2 record. And giving us potentially something great. Only 1,400 yards, but 18 touchdowns. He's put the ball in the end zone. So that is a great thing out of our receivers and getting Gabe Davis. And that first, was it first rounder? It was 2nd rounder. We got that 2nd round receiver. We have not drafted 1st round receiver, but we have drafted 2 2nd rounders. And Lamar with 18 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions, 70% pass completion percentage. He loves the scheme that he came into. We paid him. We did everything we can, and we put everything in front of him. So let's see what next at the rushing game. Cam Akers, not been crazy. Neither has Herbert. We haven't been able to get a run game going. So we'll definitely be continuing to look at running back. We thought Akers could have been the guy. So far, he is not. Let's see him pick him up. Let's see him pick up in the second half. Next up, it's been touchdowns. It's literally been touchdowns, not yards. But this isn't horrible. But we have put the ball in the end zone. And that is big. That is big for our offense. Barlow has a touchdown, and Herbert has 2 receiving touchdowns. Jawan Johnson, 2nd best player on the team. Gabe Davis is our best. Barrett's kind of coming into his own. We'll see if he just puts up another 500-yard season and we decide that none of the guys are going to be our wide receivers of the future. Because Prince and Gabe Davis do the trick. But the 3 guys we have drafted are still trying to find their way. Don't think we really need to do anything. D-tackle we can definitely see if we can improve upon. See if there's a realistic story to come over to Chicago at the deadline. I think that is now, after looking at everything, the position that has really struggled for us. Fletcher Cox has not done it. Let's see what other one-year D-tackles there are. BJ Hill could actually be a pretty decent option, and they can get out of the deal pretty easily. Aaron Doron. Okay. Where's Tim Settle? Not on the team anymore. Is he a right in? Got Greg Rousseau. Hill right now is our guy that we are going to make a trade deadline acquisition for. Hargrave goes 1 year to the Cardinals. D-Buck, only an 86 now. A little expensive for us. They re-signed him. Where are your 1 year deals at? BJ Hill works, though. Eric Armstead works. We're looking for that big time player to come in, but we haven't been able to see it. Grover Stewart, 86 at 30. Somewhat difficult to get out of that deal with the Seahawks. He's a run stopper, so he's not really doing the role that we need. Great block shit. Like, great for his run stopping, though. I don't think we go Grover Stewart. I think we go elsewhere. And we go to the Bengals. And we go and grab BJ Hill. BJ Hill, second in the D-tackle group on an expiring deal, has a temp boost of 84. We will give up a second round pick. Just like we gave up a third for Benito. We are interested in BJ Hill. He's coming in, second round pick, to help this team. Now looking back at us, BJ Hill, run stopping defender. To hopefully help Fletcher Cox get over. He can do a little bit of both. He has 96 tackling. He's going to put the guy on the ground. It's going to be 1 year to see if he is our guy to replace Fletcher Cox. If not, both of them will be gone. Cut one player. Alright. And then we move to the off season. Or, sorry, the hopeful postseason. Aaron Miller, we like a lot. Deontay Barber. We like all these guys. Let's go to all. It definitely didn't keep Samus Reyes. Jake Tongus. Doug Kramer. Trent Baldwin. I think Trent Baldwin's good to go. I think that's the guy we can take out of the lineup. Sim 2 playoffs. Let's see what the 5-2 Bears can finish off their season like. Lamar threw a lot of touchdown passes without receiving yards, so it can literally change for us. And I would understand why we have a second half slop. Let's see if Lamar can continue putting the ball in the end zone. Greer has played great in his first rookie season. 12-5. We had a guy named Greer come in and ball at our other pass rush spot. Jordan Love, killing it. Josh Allen. Jordan Love is turning into a Power 5 quarterback with 2 great 5,000-yard seasons. Then turning 36 touchdowns into 43. Jonathan Taylor, great. Zeke Elliott, great. No one from us either in that department. Not in the sacks either. Micah Parsons killed it. Trayvon Diggs had 7 and then 6s, so not many picks around the league. And not many tackles around the league either. Lamar putting up 4,000 passing yards, 44 passing touchdowns. Our guys wanted end zones. 10 interceptions, 4 less than Justin Fields was, 20 more touchdowns than Justin Fields was, and a 15% better completion percentage than Justin Fields was. So, it was definitely a better game. Cam Akers came in and finished out as our running back. We had 8 rushing touchdowns with Khalil Herbert. He did his role. He had 10 because he had 2 receiving touchdowns and 9 yards total. Lamar with 600 yards and 5 touchdowns. We had a lot of rushing touchdowns. Josh Oliver, 5 rushing touchdowns. Where are you getting rushing touchdowns from? And then Tristan Ebner got a few carries, but Akers and Herbert got more this season. Receiving the ball, Gabe Davis with a great season off his signing. A good rookie year out of Tyler Prince. Even better year out of Torrey Barrett. 7, 8, and 12. And then Jawan Johnson and Josh Oliver had 11 total touchdowns. He came in and balled. Jawan Johnson, 380 and 3. Didn't really do too much. But Josh, because we went into 2 tight end sets. But he only had 7 more catches in the second half. Belovis played decent, didn't get too much, and then Barlow got that. So, our team is pretty much decided in its receiving game. Barrett got its spot for right now. Who knows? Maybe we see someone. But look at the barely any sacks allowed. Wills came in, only allowed 3. Cleveland came in, only allowed 3. Braxton Jones only allowed 1. Doug Kramer played half snaps with Pritchett going down with injury. Was the same guy. So, that's great. Going over to the defense. Deion Jones played in 12 games, right? Games played 12. Had 68 tackles. 2 TFLs. 1.5 sacks. He's ready to go. We like this guy down here who played 4 games but didn't really get to play. He didn't really get to play many downs. 10 tackles, 1 for loss. Alright, Willie Gay. 8 tackles for loss, a half a sack, or a sack and a half, and 2 picks. We'll have him play middle, and then Dean will take a side next season. Picks go to Carl Hilton, who last season allowed 33 catches for 0 interceptions, now allows 42 catches, 10 deflections, and 5 picks. He really got targeted this season, and he really tried his best. Hill, 41 catches allowed, had his rookie year. So, we'll see. Great amount of tackles out of Hill, though. Alright. So, in a tackle season, Gay had it, Brisker had it. Then our secondary. And then Deion Jones still came in with some good tackles. So, not a bad season out of the Chicago Bears. We get to make the playoffs in our second year. We got a fix-me off season. Didn't do too hot in the first 6 games, 7-4 afterwards, and now a 12-5 season right after that. So we have to see what we can do in Arizona. The first playoff game of Brian Urlacher's head coaching career. The ESPN analyst turned head coach. Just play it cool. Just play it cool. Every game is important, And when you're playing a playoff team, you have to bring your best. There are no guarantees when you play teams that are this good. No risk, no reward. All good. We have 480 staff points already. And that's another thing. Matt Eberflus has been our defensive coordinator the past 2 seasons and has been pretty dang decent as our defensive coordinator. Was taken away from his head coach role, stayed as a D coordinator, and has really helped this defense grow. His secondary control has been a little, I don't know, but other than that, the Chicago Bears are a winning team. We're going to play the moments. Might as well. Let's have some fun with it. But I won't do anything till the second half. So we can keep on going through. Let's see if we can win a Super Bowl. In year 2 of the challenge. We have a 12-5 Bears team. Lamar Jackson's looking for his first ring. The Ravens just refused to give him the offer he wanted. We gave him the offer he wanted. 55 to 60 million at the end of his deal. And Lamar is now paid. Lamar is now paid. He comes in, gives us a 12-5 season, and we are here in the wild card against a 9-8 Cardinals.
Today,
we are not the underdogs for the first time in this series.
the NFC Wild Card.
Chicago starting 7-0. Starting 10-0, 10-2. Safety by the Cardinals. Let's just go in and do a play. Why not? Let's check out this team. Who's my slot corner? That's what I wanted to know. We'll go into double mug. Number 6. Kyler Gordon has been playing slot corner. Okay, so that's cool. He was trade bait, but he's still getting starts.
Dylan now on 1st and 10.
Kyler tried going for a tackle. What a run by Dylan, who left the Packers.
Pick up, but it gets him to 2nd.
Okay, and now it's 10-9. And Lamar's going to get us up 8. What will Kyler do right before the half? He's getting right in that field goal range. Up to the 6. We're going to try and do a stop here. Why not? Just normal coverages.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. This is caught. The catch good for 6
Willie Gay going to
yards,
allow
but
the
now
catch
it's
down to the 1.
Size coming out of the backfield. Usually takes more than an arm tackle.
Double
to get him
mug.
down. That's why they like to get him involved in the
Let's get
passing
Brisker.
No doubt about it.
Here we go.
Running that angle route there and catching the ball, and with his size, not often thought to have hands.
Look at Brisker.
game. He's going to go down just inside the 5.
Big play by Jaquan Brisker, not allowing a rushing touchdown by Kyler Murray.
He's able to finish it off.
So now it's going to be 17-12. Lamar has a chance, nothing, and the Cardinals coming in with 36 seconds, getting in pretty quickly. 3rd and 10. Let's just stop it so they only can potentially make it 15-17. We'll play some moments. We'll hard flat here.
Murray going to throw.
Look at DeAndre Hopkins. It's going to be a sack going down. Josh Allen. The man we paid. The man we paid. Him and Greer has been killing it. Greer was just a 2nd-round flyer. We needed pass rush help, and he's helped tremendously. And now we go to the second half. Arizona getting 2 field goals in under a minute to keep themselves within this game. All right, look at the Bears fly in the second half. They're going to score. I just got peanut butter on my finger. Nice. 1 second, guys. Let me move on to the Cardinals drive. Cardinals are not going to get anywhere. Look at the Bears wasting some clock, punting it down deep in Arizona, and Arizona's going to start throwing some fight in. What a fight this has been out of Arizona. There we go. Found a rag. Nice, nice. 15-24. Okay, never mind. We're good. Let's see what we got. Cam Akers with us with the ball right now. Cardinals throwing one more last celebratory drive. 1 yard line, first and goal, and they're going to get in. 24-22. The Bears give the ball back to the Cardinals. Cardinals get stopped on 4th and 9. And then Lamar throws a massive pick. But then Kyler throws a massive pick. To Kyler Gordon. Wow. And now the Bears gonna get their score to put away the game. Kyler Gordon, after Lamar's mistake, saves the Bears' season.
Plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call
wow.
it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them.
Showing that he's the slot corner, man. He is the slot corner for this team, and it's not greedy. And sometimes that just happens. We move on to the divisional round. I really had nothing to do with that other than keeping it to a field goal, so that's good. Look at all these points. I'm just gonna, do the easy way out. 43 players with upgrades. And let's look at the Bears overall now. 81, or still 80 overall. We're still not a high overall team, but neither was the Cardinals. We got our win. We were humble. Now we move to the divisional. Big dub on that. We got a few staff points out of it. We didn't go aggressive. And now we move to the divisional round. And you get the 49ers, who picked one of the nastiest prospects that I've seen in a while. He's 6'5", 232. All I remember is his last name was like Dubs. And the dude was blazing fast. We thought about him, but he got selected 11th overall. We had the 20th pick. And now we face him in the divisional round. All right.
Tonight, from Chicago.
And we drop you in here under the lights. First drive of the contest. Jackson looking to throw right away. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 19 yards.
Just randomly decide to throw a pass. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, Chicago gonna put one in. I saw Lamar either got picked off or fumbled. 10-0 Bears off the bat. And the 49ers get a big touchdown, but nice little field goal by us. And now we're in the second half of play. 49ers putting in a big drive. We're going to go in on this 3rd and 2 crucial. Look at Isaiah Rodgers up in the box. We're just going to watch this right half of the field. And they tried doing a read option with Lance, and BJ Hill, our second round spend, is going down. But the 49ers putting it back into one possession play. And the Bears punt it off. And the 49ers only get 6, so it's a tie game. 3rd and 8, we're going out.
Well, that play never really got
3 minutes and 50 seconds.
In his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
We're going spread offense. We've talked about how we're doing spread offense on the Bears. Cam Akers out wide. Lamar, we're going to try and roll out left if we need be. We are going to send people downfield. And we're just going to go out with Lamar. We're just going to take our yards. And Lamar is going to get out of bounds.
Such a threat with those legs.
Hopefully that helps a little bit. Our offense got in. They're inside 27. There's Kenny Bulovis, the 4th receiver. Our 6th round pick that we didn't even select. All right. It looks like it got picked off. Never mind. We're at the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal. And we get in. It's just been that easy for us this season. We've been able to get touchdowns in the sim. How crazy is that? We got 5 rushing touchdowns out of our backup guy. Our backup tight end. We had 5 rushing touchdowns out of him and 6 receiving. We had the depth on offense to just anyone who wanted to score. And now I want to go for 2 here. I want to do a crazy Brian Urlacher strategy here. We're going to go for 2 and try and make it an 8-point game. Because we just love Lamar. Because we just love Lamar. We did not mess with this game too much at all. We just literally got a rushing first down. They went in, scored the touchdown. We decided to go for 2, put the ball in with Lamar. 24-16. 49ers have 1:56 to go all the way. Can Trey Lance do it? He does. But he failed on the 2-point conversion. And I'm going to make sure we go and snap down. Wow, and Chicago with Lamar Jackson will go to the conference. We defeat a defensive mastermind in the 49ers. Trey Lance is just not Brock Purdy. He is just not Brock Purdy.
The win for the Bears just around the corner.
And we'll take their timeouts away. And the clock will run out
as they get it right
on this play.
Second mark of this 4th quarter. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try.
And there it is. 4th down.
So 2 down,
come out in the punt and just let the last 16 seconds fly out while we wait.
Yeah, and I know originally they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed and the bye through to the divisional round. But you know what they're saying right now? Let's just keep rolling. We're in a great spot.
Cannot disagree with the announcers. The Bears are in a great spot. They are very, very confident going in this conference game. A big win against the Cardinals, a big win against the 49ers, both people from that division. Are we going to get an NFC East team? I haven't even looked at the bracket, nor will I. We're just moving forward. Who will be our conference opponent? came down to that 2-point conversion that week 1 with that Lamar run-in. That's crazy. It was just a smart call. We knew Trey Lance had it in them. They're a better team. If we had that 8 points, so no matter what, all they can do is tie. It came down to that 2-point conversion with 33 seconds left, and the 49ers did not get it. And we move on to the conference game. And we face Dallas. We face another NFC East team looking for it. And when the announcers were saying that we were disappointed we didn't get the bye, I mean, how were we going to get that bye? The 15-2 Dallas Cowboys. I would not be mad if we have to go through another season or two because of the Dallas Cowboys. This is the team we need to beat. But the Chiefs have defeated every NFC team so far in this franchise. If they're on the other side, we have 2 big juggernauts to go through. And we do. The Chiefs and the Titans are both 2 teams that could destroy us. But the Chiefs have just been absolutely phenomenal throughout this franchise. And they could go to another Super Bowl here. They beat the Eagles. They beat the Cowboys. Is it our due diligence to go to the Super Bowl and dethrone the Chiefs? But let's see. Play conference championship. Let's go. Play the moments. The Chicago Bears have seen some rough seasons, but then they wait and get Lamar Jackson. Fields wasn't going to be horrible for us, but Fields would not be taking us to the promised land just a game away. Lamar Jackson is just that guy that sold everyone in his rookie contract. He sold me. I mean, I put down that $55 to $60 million for the next 5 seasons. He accepts. He's on his way to a Super Bowl. Just Cowboys away. And that's a big thing to say. The Cowboys with the ball immediately with a touchdown. The Cowboys looking good again. But the Bears holding them back in a 3rd and 16 position. Down 4. Can Dak do something nice here?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Not allowing anything over the top. Kyler Gordon went from a slot corner to like that deep mid. Just played like a somewhat man coverage right there to stop the Cowboys. And now we're trying to stop the Cowboys again right outside of field goal range. Look at Brisker in the box here.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
I have 2 people and I get one of them. Oh my gosh. Brisker. But there is a flag down.
The Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
We're going to decline that penalty and get the ball back with that big Jaquan Brisker pick. I've done too much. And the Bears are going to take a big lead. And now we're going to try and keep Dallas out of the end zone with 30 seconds to go. They used that clock. What are they doing? Now 9 seconds to go. If we keep them inbounds with a catch, the half is decided. We got to try and not allow a score to happen. Just cannot allow a score to happen. And it's in for a touchdown. Get Michael Gallup. So now Dallas has us at half. And they're looking to now make it 21-10.
Defensive unit, they're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop?
3rd and 5 defense.
Now Prescott steps away to his left.
And I'm going to take another pick.
Intercepted. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Bears
Isaiah Rodgers.
a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I've just stolen 2 interceptions from Dak Prescott to give us the opportunity that we need. Third down. Still trying. And it's going to be 14-13. Another big third down stop. You know what we've done the last 2 times.
In need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter.
We are really trying to play Dallas hard when they get to our zone.
Prescott from the gun on third.
Watch that side. What a throw by Dak.
It's complete.
4 minutes and 50 seconds.
As the tackle's made here.
Make a big stop on 3rd and 20. 4 minutes to go. Dallas didn't do a good job holding time.
Fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. And again, it's Prescott.
That's fine. And they're going to get inside field goal range, but it's going to be a 4th down. Chicago has a big opportunity. I'm going to play a moments once. We're going to see what we can do. I will not do another offensive play of moments the rest of the game. Davis on that outside. I love Oliver this season. We got this.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Lamar.
The tight end making the catch.
Gonna get a nice play into Isaiah Oliver, who has been so good this season. 8-yard rush by Lamar. 3-yard rush by Akers. And it's going to go in. 20-17. Dallas was in a big spot. 2nd and 12. 3rd and 12. 4th and 12 out of field goal range. They're going to punt. Never mind. They went for it. What? And Dallas scores. I want to at least see something. 2nd and 6. 3rd and 11. Is my clock moving? No. Okay. When it never fails, the spread offense. We're going to double team Mike aside. Or drag Akers just in case. We're going to try and make Prince go. Nope.
He'll dump this off to Akers. And he will have the
We're going to save our timeouts. We're going to get a play off quickly.
Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Akers back-to-back catches.
Big throw to Akers. 26 seconds, 2 timeouts to score. Will the Bears be able to go to the championship?
Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right.
Lamar with a massive play. To Gabe. Down to the 1. Gabe's still loving it. 2 big acquisitions.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel.
Goal line.
Who may crop up out of nowhere.
We'll try a Lamar sneak.
Only way to get the lead here, of course.
He's a big dude. He can do it. No. 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 He can't do it. We are 1 game away from the promised land. 1 play away. Send it to Oliver. Send it to Oliver. No, now I see why he had 5 rushing touchdowns. He was fullback diving out here. And he was scoring. 15 seconds left. Interception by Greedy. Don't worry about the 51 yards part. That will seal the game. Why are we playing? Whoa. 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 We kneel. Kneel the ball out. We're going to the Super Bowl. Chicago Bears with Lamar Jackson going to his first Super Bowl. I mean, I see why, but you get the timeout in this next play. Because they can call timeouts, but come on. And we send Dallas out of here. They get their timeout.
For their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines.
And what we're going to do is a stretch where we try and just get out. Get the timeout, get out of bounds.
And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a
and we'll take the win.
Downs. The Bears will be shuffling on to the Super Bowl. They are the NFC champs. As we say goodnight, everybody.
We take that win out of Dallas, who was looking to repeat Super Bowl opportunities.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship.
Dallas was the better team. We were the better defense. Matt Eberfluss's defense.
From the Super Bowl.
And now we go face either Kansas City or Tennessee. I'm just wondering, could Tennessee's quarterback be Justin Herbert? Is that a possibility? Is this what it is? Well, damn. All right. Are we facing the Chiefs or the Titans? Super Bowl Media Day. What's media got to offer? All right. A potential Super Bowl. A potential Super Bowl. All right. Tennessee, and it's not Kansas City. All right. A new Super Bowl champion will be crowned this year. The Chiefs couldn't even defend. And here we go.
Tonight, it's the National Football League.
Will we be able to stop Derrick Henry? Potentially in the same spot we were stopping Dallas. All right. Do they have Derrick out there? They do. We had a great job out of Brisker and Rodgers last week.
On third down.
Make sure... Just swat it to the ground, not a bad idea. I wish he would have picked it off, but great play by Deion Jones, the veteran of the group. And it's a punt. It's going to be a 7-0 Titans. And we get our 7-7. Let's try and stop.
Time to jump back in. This defense,
Super Bowl, 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter, tied 7-7. Wow.
4-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
Maynard, a rookie QB,
Maynard
taking his team to a Super Bowl.
the quick slant caught.
Gets him down to the 2. Maynard's looked pretty decent. Not amazing, but he's brought his Titans team to a Super Bowl. So, can you really hate him?
Trying to punch it in with Henry.
And it was Derrick Henry who's going to get a touchdown.
Titans.
We need make a big third down stop here.
Looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard.
Already down 7. And that's just going to be an interception over to our rookie Hill, who had a season this year.
He's had a fantastic rookie season.
Spent our first round pick.
That wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's had.
And can we capitalize? Let's try and capitalize at least one play. Lamar. I like Davis in this crosser, actually.
After the interception,
We're going to roll out. We're going to see him open. Davis
the man downfield is Davis.
is going to be running for a touchdown
Touchdown!
to tie the game up.
Gabriel Davis.
We saw that happening. We read that beforehand. 1 second. A man up 3 deep scenario, but they didn't have any time left, so perfect. Chicago with a 21-14 deep bomb touchdown. 2 of them now. I'll skip that one. And we stop them completely until they score. Make a big stop.
Well, this one's getting good now. Fourth quarter. tie game. This defense looking for a huge third down stop. They'll look to throw again.
And nice breakup by Hill on Henry. Play the moment, continue the moment. And we are down 3 right now with 3 minutes to go.
A touchdown is what this offense needs, so no decision here. They're going on 4th down. Giving to the big tight end on 4th.
We like Josh Oliver. We like Oliver. 3rd down alert. This is Super Bowl on the line for Lamar.
The lead for this defense. 4th quarter, close game. 3rd down, here we go.
Look at Lamar wait for Herbert to make a play. Or no, that was Cam Akers. And now we have time on our side. We're gonna try and get Barrett for a touchdown here.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard
I was hoping to get
line.
across and then juke,
So the
but
Bears with
it
the
didn't work.
football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are
Oliver
in
over the
field goal
top.
range.
Put Jawan Johnson on a corner out.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And Jawan Johnson
It's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
scoring but giving Tennessee time. But the good thing is it has to be a touchdown. Fourth and 10, and we're going to go out there and try and stop them quickly. What a defensive put up so far. Could the Bears do it in year 2?
As expected, they're going for
Leave the drag. My controller dies right at this point. Are you kidding me? Are you? Because I'm pretty sure I'm clicked on. It's going to stop him. Okay, I wasn't on, and he's going to break it up. Maynard threw 50 passes in this game and completed half of them.
And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20.
Well, let's see what we do now. 3-yard rush. Negative 2-yard rush. And we're sending it back. Oh, wait, we were in a good spot. That's right. And we're going to make it 31-24. On 5 straight great plays. And that's Dwayne Greer. That's our 2nd round pick of this year, who should have defensive rookie of the year. Big play by Landry, making a 1st down. Incomplete. Treylon Burks keeping them alive. Treylon Burks again with a massive play. And the Titans are going to score with 33 seconds. What a Super Bowl this has been. 31-31, Titans Bears.
Throwing, Jackson sliding out of the pocket.
Is that going to be a first? It is. 26 seconds, 3 timeouts for Chicago. Lamar is going to be such a threat if they don't hold him on lockdown. Because they have plenty of time and plenty of timeouts.
Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. On the run.
Throwing an absolute dot! That stays in. And the Bears
36 yards on the play.
are going to allow them to keep their timeout.
And now they're going to get
But they're going to go for the field goal.
A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win.
Will Caro Santos win us a Super Bowl? We re-signed him. Please don't fail us. And the Chicago Bears
history.
Our
They
Super
are your
Bowl
Super Bowl
champions under Brian Urlacher. We
And
are
the Super
1-0
Bowl
in the
champions,
rebuild
they etched their
challenges.
name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal.
We
right
picked
there.
up
That actually gave
Gabe
me chills
Davis,
just to hear you say
Lamar
that, because
Jackson,
immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books,
Jedrick
you'll see
Wills,
this team, you'll see their picture, that your
Josh
name will be a part
Allen,
of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling.
Isaiah
because it's been a long
Rodgers through
journey to
free
get there,
agency.
and now they get a chance to
We
enjoy
picked
it.
up Dwayne Greer. Sorry, add Deion Jones. Deion Jones deserves his credit. We added, via the draft, Dwayne Greer. Our 2 cornerbacks.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy.
Look at
What a
Lamar's day.
season for them.
55%
What a
of his
ride it's been
passes
for
completed
us
but
as
4
well here in the
touchdowns,
booth.
not giving
For
the ball
Charles
up in a
Davis and
Super
our
Bowl.
entire crew, I'm
You
Brandon
can't ask
Dunn.
any
Thanks
more
for
than that,
watching,
right?
Everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Well, thank you all for watching the first episode of the new series. This was a lot of hours down. The first off season, even before we even got started, took us a lot of time to figure out how we wanted to do the Chicago Bears team. We rolled with Justin Fields 0-6 at the start, 7-4 at the finish. We still decided Justin Fields was not our future, and Lamar was, and Lamar brings us a ring. There was no good offers on him. We had $172 million to work with. There was no more realism arguments that you could have made there. The only one you really could have put against me was that Justin Fields had a great end of the season and we should have rolled with it. Could have, but we are Super Bowl champions. It worked out. Lamar Jackson gets paid his money, wins his ring with Brian Urlacher, and we will go into the sunset with the Chicago Bears. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that sub button. We will see you all for the Cincinnati Bengals next episode. Peace.